So is 254 like the area code for Kenya or something?
Exactly, bro.
Nice. Figured.
Exactly, man. You're a smart guy, bro.
I was actually a geography major before I
Nice,
changed to
man.
communication. Oh, whoa, this is weird. I can see myself in the on the YouTube and
Yeah.
sweet. Okay. There we go.
Try
Well,
quickly, bro. All right, so there'll
nice.
be try pause or like mute the YouTube stream so that like
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
yes, there's no sound coming from it.
Mm,
Nice.
so,
Okay, we're good to go. Hype. This is hype. Um, just load up my live stream. And yeah, man, let's get started.
let's do this.
This is sick.
I
All
don't know how
right.
to mute the I don't know how to mute the YouTube, but it's okay. I think we'll survive. Is there a feedback loop going on for you right now or no?
No, not at all.
All right, sweet. Well, we're good then.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Thanks for having me on, Vic. I really appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. Thanks for joining, bro. So yeah, guys. First of all, I hope that the live stream is super fucking clear. If you guys were here last week, you'd know that we had like a little bit of an issue with like lag and shit, but I hope it's clear. Anyway, today we're talking to Nick Broms, the man himself. So if you could briefly
Heck yeah.
introduce yourself, who are you?
Yeah, of course. Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Broms. I'm a 22-year-old from San Diego, California. I've been skateboarding honestly kind of my whole life. I grew up in a little town in San Diego called La Jolla, and there's always been a really good skateboarding and surfing culture there. So I kind of just got thrown into it from a pretty young age. Um,
Yeah.
I was really into surfing more so when I was a young kid, but I kind of just grew up surfing and skating concurrently and everything like that. Did I just disappear? Oh, no, I'm back.
Yeah, that's my bad.
um, and yeah, I've been downhill skateboarding for pretty much 11 years now, which is kind of really weird to
Yeah,
think about.
it's the longest time, bro.
I know it's pretty crazy because I
That's
feel
half
like,
your life, bro.
yeah, yep, that's literally half my life. Yeah, it's pretty freaking funny, but
Yeah.
it's been cool seeing it change and seeing it evolve over the years, and I don't know, it's definitely been a big thing that's helped me grow over the course of my life. Just because when I was
Yeah.
a young kid, I was going on all these little skate trips with older people and seeing how everyone was, and really just learning a lot from everybody. Not only skateboarding, but kind of as a person too. So that's been really special.
Nice. Yeah, so what do you do? What are you up to these days, man? Like,
Yeah. So right now, I'm actually in university. I go to UCSB. I go to University of California, Santa Barbara.
nice.
So I mean, you know how many good hills there are in Santa Barbara, Big. I don't think I need to overstate that for you. We have some really
Yeah.
good hills. It's definitely a big reason why I came to college here. But skating has been a little bit on the back burner for me for the last 4 years,
Yeah.
unfortunately, just because I've been trying to get my degree and everything and try and set myself up as well as I can for the future. But yeah, I'm graduating in 5 weeks, so I'm getting straight back on the tour, which I'm really freaking excited
Nice.
about. So I'm doing the back three
W.
WDSC races. So I'm doing Isle of Man, I'm
Yeah.
doing Utah, which is gonna be sick, and I'm doing the El Salvador race as well, which is gonna be
Nice.
really sick. I honestly think I'm probably the most excited for the El Salvador one.
Nice one. What are you studying in university?
So I started off as an ocean science major,
Mm-hmm.
but then I kind of realized that I didn't really want to work in a laboratory for the rest of my life and stuff like that. Even though I am like super passionate about the ocean, I changed to communication and technology management about halfway through my college experience. So I'm graduating with a BA in communication and then a minor in technology management. So super stoked for that. I don't really know what I
Mm-hmm.
actually want to go into, but I'll probably try. I've had some internships in like different technology sales and stuff like that. So I really do like that kind of stuff, and it's pretty lucrative. And it seems like it has a decent kind of balance for everything.
Yeah,
I
you
want
were
to do
in
whatever jobs can let me like freaking skate the
okay.
most. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Nice.
hard to
Wise
find.
man. Yeah.
Hard to find something like that though, because
Probably get
I
like
feel like
you probably get like a
over the
work
next few
from home
years, it's like,
balance type thing.
what was that?
You'll probably get like a work from home type
Yeah,
remote work type thing. So I think you'll be fine.
hopefully. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them are doing this thing where like you have 3 days where you have to go to the office, and then you can work from home 2 days. So like that's pretty clutch because that kind of opens up a lot of leeway for you. So you like take a trip. You could leave Thursday night, get there Friday, work a bit on Friday, skate all weekend, and then work on Monday, and then leave Monday again. So it's like you can have like really full weekend trips still and be able to go to weekend races and stuff like that, which is pretty freaking sick. But it's hard to do the whole freaking tour thing if you have a full-time job. So that's why I'm like,
This is hard, bro.
low-key just like putting it off. I'm just kind of putting it off for
Nah, they're
for the
gonna
foreseeable future.
they'd see that you're Nick Broms and that you're one of the best racers, and they'd be like, of course we gotta support this guy. So
Hopefully, that's what I'd really like that.
yeah, man, put
That'd be
yourself out
freaking
there.
cool.
You never know what happens.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I just want to. I think the right employer would probably be open to something like that. You know,
Yeah.
I just got to find them. It's kind of hard to find anything like that off a job posting board, but whatever. I'm happy.
I'm sure you figure it out. If there's anyone watching right now who hires communications majors, hit up Nick Broms, man.
Hit me up. Hit me up. You watching a little backside video right now on the Instagram?
Yeah, man. This road is fucking sick. It's actually really been sick to see like you guys skated and see like the road evolve and like the pavement get better and the lines get better as well.
So good. The first time I skated that road, I was a scared little 12-year-old.
Damn.
I was and I did probably like 35 slides down it. I was like sliding straights and everything because the pavement was just like it was a lot worse back then.
Let me see if I can find a video.
Yeah. It had like just like this crazy chunder and holes everywhere. I kind of liked it, honestly. Maybe there's an old mirror skate video on it or something like that.
Let's see. I know AJ.
Yeah, AJ Heavy had one.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, there you go. So sick. But yeah, you can see in this video the pavement was just like a lot worse.
Yeah.
So damn, that video's 10 years ago now. That's crazy.
Bro, we're getting old, bro.
I know, we kind of are. That's weird. Pretty cool though. Yeah. Dude, you know what I realized? Like 2028, if I go on that tour, that'll be 10 years since my first world tour on the downhill circuit. It's like, what the heck? It's so weird to think about. But yeah, I've been skating that road for a while, and like it was just sick learning to skate on that one because like honestly, all like like San Diego's kind of been a hot spot for like fast people just because mirror skate was there, and kind of like the deal was for a lot of like the people who Scott sponsored, you like work in the shop a few days a week, and he'd like help you out with basically. Dude, Scott was like the fucking best sponsor, I swear. Like, there's not a lot of people in the industry who are like putting up bread like that for you to go travel and race, for you to like actually like go make everything happen. But like Scott, and that's why San Diego's was such a good place to grow up for downhill, is just because like Scott pretty much
like he held the scene down, bro. Like he really made a lot of things happen.
Dude, he really did. I'm so bummed that Muir isn't there anymore, but it's okay. I'm stoked. Scott's a good guy, and I actually visited him in El Salvador. I surfed with him for like 9 days at this point break there, and we just had like the sickest freaking time. We scored so hard. Like we just got like head high waves every morning, like basically nobody out, and it was special. We were living in like this little hut on the beach. It was sick.
Nice, man. Like what is that's crazy. Like all I see of Scott is like he was in the Philippines at some point, I think. It's just like a random side missions, bro.
Dude, he's the side mission god. He like he has all these funny like connections everywhere just because he's traveled so much for skating.
Yeah.
And I honestly think I couldn't even tell you where he is right now. Maybe he's in San Diego, but he's like he just spends like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Thailand for 3 months. All right, I'm gonna go to Bali for 3 months. Cool, I'm in El Salvador. It's like, dude, he's doing retirement right. Like he literally goes wherever he wants. He lives off his like stipends or something like that. I don't really know his financial situation too good, but he's like, he always makes it work, and he's just fucking stoked, and he gets to do so much of what he loves. So,
wait, how old is he? What's his age?
Scott, I think, is in the mid to late 50s range now.
That's what I think
mid 50s. Yeah, mid 50s. Yeah. But dude, he is just dedicated. Like, I don't know. Do you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah.
Dude, he is like the fucking David Goggins of downhill skateboarding. Like, Scott literally has bricked himself so many more times than anybody else I know, and always comes back from it. I actually don't know how the frick he does it, but I think it's in the stretching that he does, dude. Because every single day when we go surf,
Yeah.
he'd wake up. I'd wake up at 5, which was like I'm dying. I'm dying getting up at 5. It's so early. And he's been up since 3 stretching for 2 hours. He's like, yeah, man, I'm so limber. Like, I'm ready to go surf. I'm like, what is happening, dude? He's got the old man commitment, you know? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that's goals right there, bro.
Definitely. So
Nice.
much freaking fun, you know?
Yeah, man. So like mirror skate, like how did that influence your skating? Like did
Hugely, hugely. I'll give you the whole story that I don't
yeah.
think a lot of people know.
Hmm.
Um, so basically what happened was I was riding for this other smaller skate shop in San Diego called Adrenalina,
Yeah.
and their owner was named Pablo Lanata. He was like the freaking man. He basically was a second dad to me. I spent every single day in the skate shop every summer. I just go there, buy wheels, and just go skate them on the neighborhood hills by there because there's a few little runs. That's how I got to know a lot of the San Diego skate community.
Yeah.
And basically, there came a point. I think I was maybe 14 or so. Maybe yeah, I think I was 14. And I was approached by MXK. I don't know if you know MXK or not. They're an
I
older.
I have heard of them. I know you used to ride for
Yeah,
them, I think.
yeah. They approached me for like
Damn, we're losing him. Hello?
Adrenaline being the kind of style of shop that it wasn't
Yeah.
really in a position to give me like a bunch of financial support, which is totally understandable. You know, it's like a smaller local skate shop. Wouldn't expect that. Um, but anyways, what happened was I got that kind of offer from MXK, and then Mirror Skate and Adrenalina kind of like conglomerated to get me like an even better freaking financial deal.
Nice.
So like they gave me a bunch of money to actually like make my 2018 World Tour happen, which was just like the
Oh,
sickest
dude,
freaking thing
that's a
ever. Because
that's
it was like the
insane.
best of both worlds for me. Because I didn't want to go ride for MXK
Yeah.
just because like I've been riding for Adrenaline my whole life, and I obviously have really strong ties to San Diego. So like the fact that Mir got involved and like made something happen with Adrenalina was just like honestly the coolest thing because like I
Yeah.
got to stay true to myself and stay riding for San Diego shops, and I also got to go do like every event I wanted to do that year, which is just like so freaking sick. But they
Shout
also
out
sponsored
Muir
me in
and
2019, and what was that?
shout out Muir and Adrenalina, man. Shout out, bro, for supporting the
Seriously,
boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, freaking love those guys. They're the best, man. And you know, there's some people are just like diehards. You know, they're just in it for life, and it
Yeah.
really shows. And they really were. And I don't know, I'm just very appreciative because they. I mean, you gotta realize like when I was traveling, I was like 15 years old for like all of those. Like that was like that like
Yeah.
totally shaped me a little bit. It's just like kind of funny to think about like just
Yeah, that
because
is
I could
kind of
like
fucking
ride a
wild, man.
skateboard okay.
When was your first international race? What was it?
My first international race was Giants Head.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was Giants Head. Yeah, it was Giants Head 2017. Yeah, it was Giants Head 2017. And I
Yeah.
did a trip with the Chroma Skateboards team,
Of course. Yeah.
and we all drove up. And my friend Nikki was driving. We were like, "Dude, we got." It was like a 30-hour drive from Southern California up to Canada,
Holy
and we
shit,
were just
man.
like mobbing in Vlad's car. Vlad had like this GTI, and we were doing like 120 the whole fucking way up there. But like we got up there pretty fast, and we skated a bunch of cool roads on the way. And I was just like so covered in. It was like such a. It was such like a punk freaking first big skate trip, just because
Yeah.
like after the event we hadn't showered in like a week or something like that. We're all just fucking so grimy as you get after any skate event,
Damn.
and
Yeah.
like we packed 7 or 8 people into this little one-person hotel room, and like I was sleeping up against a wall, and I just all I cared about was getting a shower and stuff. It's just like I don't know, just getting grimy, you know, like that's
Yeah.
really just what skate trips were back then. And I kind of miss that sometimes, you know, just camping everywhere. And oh, it's the best, man.
But like, was that your first like um big race, like World Cup style race, or
Definitely not. Yeah,
yeah?
definitely not. My
What was
first
it? Yeah.
big race, my first big race was honestly Catalina. I did the 2016 and the 2017 Catalina Island Classic.
I think I remember
Um,
seeing you, bro, in like a clip.
dude, yeah, I was so young for those. It was hilarious. I had like I think I may have just had a predator the first year and I had a vulture the second year. Actually,
Yeah.
wait, I don't even remember. It's pretty deep in my Instagram, but I remember I man, I must have been using a predator. That's
Yeah, I
crazy to think
swear,
about.
bro.
Um, but it was just like the first one I got one and done. I got out
Yeah.
my first round in 2016. And then honestly, dude, 2017 was low key kind of like
You'll come up,
that felt a
bro.
little bit like my breakaway like
Yeah.
year as far as like actually figuring out how to go fast.
Dude,
Let's see if we
I remember seeing a picture of you, man.
can.
Like with a full, like with a predator, and then there was someone like riding behind you or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. There's one photo. Honestly, one of my favorite photos is like
Yeah.
me, like out of just some little stupid grommet I kicked out in front of like a massive pack, and I just like I don't know, it just worked out. And I low-key don't even know if all of them caught me. Like I was because I was super
Yeah.
light. The biggest issue for me
Yeah.
when I was growing up skating was I just could not hang in straights because I was like 130 pounds just because I was so
Yeah.
like young, you know?
Yeah, bro.
That was always my biggest issue. I just get walked in every straight, which is like
Yeah.
kind of funny compared to now because like I feel like I'm on the bigger side now and like
How much do you weigh
straight's
now?
definitely my friend. What was that?
How much do you weigh now, bro?
I weigh like 190 pounds, so I think like maybe
Damn.
86 or 87 kilos. I'm not totally sure.
Let's see.
I think
Yeah, dude.
86. Yeah.
Big guy, bro. 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I love straights now, but I don't know. I think I might try and lean out a little bit before the
Yeah.
tours just so I can get around hairpins a little faster. Just a little bit faster.
But what did you enjoy most about like racing? Because having followed you for so long, like it seems like it's the biggest thing that hooked you onto skating.
Yeah,
Like what?
100%. For me, that's a good question. Why do I like racing so much? I think I like racing so much just because it's like
Yeah.
whenever I'm skating with my friends, I low-key feel like I'm always kind of racing. Like I'm always trying to be faster, even when we're just like taking a chill run. And I know
Yeah.
they are too. They're totally trying to do that too. Like at least growing up with Frenchie, I know we were always trying to do that. Um, and it's just kind of funny because racing is like, okay, like everybody's actually trying to do that for sure now. So it's like
Hmm.
putting it all on the line is really fun like that. And I really just enjoy like the whole strategic side of it, you know? Because I love
Yeah.
free riding. Free riding, like I started free riding, and free riding was kind of my main thing before racing ever was. I think we're coming up on the Catalina stuff, hopefully. And
Yeah.
basically, racing has always just been kind of the benchmark, you know? It's like I love the nerves around it too. The nerves around it are some of my favorites. Like
Hmm.
that kind of you stress or like good stress you get from going into a race weekend is just like I don't know. I haven't really been able to find that feeling anywhere else in life, you know? Like for like a
Yeah.
test or like a job interview or anything like that. Everything else is just kind of like, yeah, there we go.
Wait, this one.
There the photos are.
Damn. Damn, bro.
Jimmy Ryan, dude. Jimmy Ryan in front of me. Jimmy's also from La Jolla.
Yeah,
I
you
grew up
guys.
seeing Jimmy surf and everything like that.
Damn. So how'd you get into downhill skating? Because like you're dropping a lot of names, bro. How how did it happen, bro? What?
So I'll tell you, my school, my elementary school that I grew up going to,
Yeah.
was I lived a block away from it, and it was just downhill for me. So I kind of like grew up just. I had a penny board. I had a street board that I'd go to like. I'd always go to the skate park with my friends growing up, just whenever
Yeah.
like the waves were flat, because I grew
Hmm.
up surfing, and I slowly started like just skating down to school and stuff like that. And I'd have to like carve and figure out how to do slides and stuff like that. And I knew how to do slides. I learned how to do all my slides on street boards.
Damn.
Um,
Hands
and
down,
I
stand
just
up, everything.
yeah, yep, exactly. I didn't even use gloves for like the first like when I was learning how to do glove downs. I didn't even use gloves. I just got my hands all freaking asphalty and shit because
Fucking hell,
I'd skate
bro.
at my elementary schools like we called it the upper field,
Yeah.
and it was just like right by my house, and I just like did slides on the nine square court, and learned kind of basically everything there. It's like not even a hill. It's basically flat. Like I just like it's maybe slightly downhill.
So wait,
And
so how did you learn, bro? Just trial and error? Or did you
yeah,
like
literally trial and error. I
yeah,
just would spam watch all of those like loaded how-to videos and
yeah.
just like literally every single how-to. I scoured the freaking internet for all those how-to videos. Um, and I basically probably just like memorized all that. And I learned how to slide on my street board. And then I remember one Christmas, I got me and my older brother David, who's 26 now. He's 4 years older than me. We both got Sector 9 mini daisies for Christmas one year,
Nice.
and that was like the start of something. You know, like we having like an actual board
Yeah. Makes
kind
a
of
big difference. Yeah.
kind of made a massive difference. And it's funny, like when I was learning how to do slides on my mini daisy, I was doing the whole fucking noob thing where like you're doing a slide with your foot on the kicktail and stuff like that. You're just doing like
Yeah.
180s and everything. Oh my gosh. That's
But
freaking
how
hilarious. Let
but
me see if
how
I can find this photo for you.
but how okay, but like but how did you like come across? How did you know downhill was a thing? Like how did you first
Because of
come
Adrenalina. So
yeah,
because of my older brother,
yeah.
um, he had a few friends who were into it, and
Ah,
they
okay.
got all their boards and everything at Adrenalina Skate Shop in La Jolla. Um, so I remember my mom took me. I'd saved up like a bunch of money because I dog walked a bunch when I was a kid. I saved up a
Yeah,
bunch of money and I got a set of ABEC 11 free rides in 81A. And those were like my first set of slide wheels other than the butterballs. And that was
yeah,
my first introduction to Adrenalina because I'd always heard like, it's like, oh, all the bigger kids go there. Like, I'm too scared. I'll never go there. Um,
yeah.
and I went there. I got those, met Pablo, the owner, and he was like, yeah, come skate. And then I learned how to do like actual like heel side slides. And like I got a pair of gloves from Sector 9. My friend's dad was one of the people who like started Sector 9 originally. So like
Damn.
when I was getting going on skating, it was like all Sector 9 fucking everything basically, which was pretty sick. Like I remember when Skittles came out, he gave us all sets of Skittles, and it was so sick. Like because Sector 9
Yeah.
is originally from La Jolla, so um, and they're
Damn.
like still very prevalent in the surfing scene there and in the skateboarding scene and everything. And I grew up going to their warehouse, and
Yeah.
their warehouse had this thing called the bread bowl there, which is like this bowl that everybody used to skate. And I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, do you know Brando? I'm sure. Um,
I think I
Brando
read
Sanchez, he's the freaking man. I
uh
remember seeing him like when I was
this
probably
guy.
super young. He didn't know me. I was just like a complete little
Yeah.
youngin. But I saw him do like this blunt to fakie or something on this road barrier out there that they had modified into being like a good little street spot. And I was like, holy shit, that guy rips, dude. Like it was just fun idolizing everybody from that kind of era because I feel like that's still how I see a lot of those guys today and everything
This
like
guy,
that. Yeah,
right?
that's Brando. Dude, he's a real like San Diego OG and he's in a slalom now and he worked I worked at Muirskate with him for quite a while as well.
Nice, dude.
But he's really just one of the guys that like I feel like I've been so lucky over the years to have like a great number of mentors and he was
Yeah.
definitely one of them for like my high school years but I've been looking up to him since I was like 12, which is like actually pretty hilarious.
Dude, that's crazy. So like basically Muirskate, no, sorry, Adrenalina and having like those connections is what really got you into downhill. Is there
Yeah,
like
100%.
are there like any skate shops these days out there or not really?
Not really any downhill ones.
Yeah,
We have some street ones. We have like Soul Grind, which is pretty cool.
yeah,
I grew up going to Soul Grind too. Um, but yeah, not really any actual downhill specific shops in San Diego right now. Just obviously like I don't know. I don't think Edge still exists. I
damn, bro. So have you
know.
noticed
It's kind
like
of brutal.
the community kind of drop off a little bit or no?
Honestly, no. It's still
Really?
like, yeah, it's pretty awesome because like I think there was a shop there for long enough to where people
Yeah,
like what's different about the San Diego skate scene from any other city. Like here in Santa Barbara, we have really good skaters,
yeah,
but we don't like go sesh hills and walk them. You know,
yeah.
which honestly is something I kind of miss because like that's how I got into it. I grew up literally just
Session
walking
hills.
up and down fucking hills for like or walking up hills for like 6 hours a day, or at least,
Yeah.
and like that's one thing I honestly miss, because that's how you really refine your craft and get really good at it, is doing the same corner over and over and over and over again.
Facts.
And like skating a road, like you can get really good at skating, obviously, and you learn a lot of things. And but to me, that really should be only reserved for like the upper echelon, once you have like your fundamentals like locked down to a freaking T, and you're
Yeah.
doing stand ups good, you're doing heel, like you're doing everything good, and your form is like pretty freaking solid. Because seshing is, in my eyes, is something I need to do more of, and that's what I've been missing not living in San Diego, because I
Yeah.
grew up like 15 minutes from Black's Beach,
Yeah.
like
Nice.
that big
Yeah.
iconic like kind of left hairpin.
French's favorite sport.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and yeah, I missed freaking going to that spot, and just just be able to rip that hairpin, because I don't know, I've skated that corner like probably 10,000 times, I guess, over the years. I'm sure maybe that's an exaggeration, but some crazy number
Something
like
like
that,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
definitely what it feels like. I know every intricacy of that corner, and it's just like that's how you get good at
it's
doing
true.
freaking toe sides, and
Facts,
that's how you get
facts.
good at heel sides, everything like that. Do you
Yeah.
sesh much stuff
Yeah, bro.
around Nairobi? You live in Nairobi, right?
Yeah. So like
Okay.
we have this one road, one whatever that's like so easy to go to. Um Basically just let me see if I can get like a nice clip. Basically literally a hill and then it's like 2 lanes wide. So we've kind of um let me just see. Yeah, here, this one. Let me open it up properly. And it's like so fun to search and like it does get like boring
Oh
and
yeah, I've
tiring.
seen videos of this one.
Yeah, bro. But yeah,
That's sick.
constantly like searching toe sides, hillsides, like cause
That's so rad.
yeah, cause like
Dude,
what
you've kind of built out a little community down there, huh?
yeah,
Like
man.
that's so freaking cool. I've been like, honestly, like your story is so
Yeah.
unique in the sense that I mean, nobody really got you into it, right? You kind of had to discover everything for yourself.
Yeah, basically, man.
It's
Like
nuts.
yeah, dude, like I got into longboarding when I was like in uni, like skating to school every day, and then
Sick.
just sort of learned everything by myself. I didn't really have any like skaters for the longest time to like teach me anything. So I was just like out
Totally.
searching by myself and shit. But yeah, man, I
So
actually
sick.
really agree with you, bro. Cause like the thing I really want to like tell other people, like it, like toe sides are all the fucking same, bro. Like
Yep.
it's just like slight variations, but
It really is.
yeah,
Yeah. And you just like you learn
yeah,
how to variate them, and you
yeah,
learn how to do all that stuff, but you need to get as comfortable as you can
yeah,
doing the same slide on the same corner as many times as you
yeah,
possibly can without going crazy, if
yeah,
you really want to get good at it. Like I remember what I would do when I was like younger is I would go to the bottom of the street I grew up on,
yeah.
and I drew hairpins in at the bottom of the road with chalk. I literally would
Yeah,
draw like a big, like, just imagine like two U's a few feet apart.
yeah,
I literally would just draw hairpins like that and try and go around them as fast as I could. And I would like do I was like, actually, I got pretty good at it by the end of it. I was drawing like early apexing hairpins and late apexing ones and
nice.
stuff like that. And like,
Fucking hell,
I don't
man.
know, even just
Yeah,
doing like imaginary bullshit like that with chalk.
yeah,
And like I'd put like a pine cone or something in the apex. I was like, all right, I have to hit that pine cone, or I have to like do something like that, just to like, this little like training games like that are
yeah.
so effective in getting you dialed in. So
Absolutely,
I don't know.
man. Like
It's pretty
thousand
awesome.
thousand percent agree with you. And it's like once you're able to max out what you have, it's so easy to then transfer that onto like other hills.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
concept that I really think
yeah,
leads to progression. Like
yeah,
maxing out your hills that you know, and then
yeah,
going to other hills that other people know, and like that kind of idea of just learning everything that you can within
yeah.
a 15-minute like radius of you, and then like taking that and kind of just slowly expanding. Like that is the best way to get better at skateboarding in my eyes,
Absolutely, man.
which is pretty freaking sick. Yeah, see, that's backside with the bad pavement. See how like
Yeah, dude. It's
twitchy
fucked,
everything is,
man.
and everybody's eating shit, and
All the tar
so
snakes.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I miss it, because now it's perfect.
All right, we'll talk about backside again. I want to come back to it. But
For sure.
so like the San Diego scene still persists. Like things are still happening. You're right. It is kind of unique there. Like you guys do have a unique scene. Like,
Totally.
um, I don't know. I don't know. Like there's a page, San Diego page, San
Is it
Diego.
like Edge Skate Crew or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. San Diego skate spots, huh? I don't know if I know that one is. Might be Edge.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man. Like
Potentially. Dude, yeah, we're all
it's
like people
fun.
there's sessions every week
Yeah,
at Alva. And that's dude, that's where people learn and that's why the scene like grows is
yeah,
because we have those stupid little freaking hiking sessions where people just go skate and they meet people and they realize there's a community and like
yeah,
that's always been the freaking kind of core of San Diego, you know? Like
yeah.
for a while it's Alva and I remember when I was a young kid like I'd pull up to like my mom would drop me off at Black's on like any given Friday and there'd be like 6 guys skating, you know? It's
Nice.
just like it's the freaking best, dude. Oh, I miss that so much. And like
Yeah,
you'd see some really good guys there sometimes. There's honestly it's a hard picture to even paint for somebody getting into downhill now today, just because I feel like when I got into downhill, it was way bigger. I got into downhill during the downhill disco years.
yeah,
Did you ever hear about the downhill disco?
yeah, man. I remember specifically seeing K Rhymes our run or
It's
some
funny because
shit.
like
Yeah,
it's funny to think that K Rhymes would skate the downhill disco, but that's good, dude. He's dedicated. Like he's dedicated to it. I love that.
let me see if I can
Because
find
like
it.
I feel like Kevin, you wouldn't typically picture as like the downhill disco going off ramps and stuff type, but
Dude, he
yeah,
loves
there
it,
it is.
man. He fucking loves it, bro.
Yeah, he does, man. I really that guy inspires me a lot. I'm
Yeah,
bummed I
same.
haven't got to hang out with him as much as I have, or as
Yeah,
much as I wanted to in Santa Barbara because he's a busy guy and I'm in classes and everything like that, and it's kind of difficult. But
yeah, man.
yeah, man, the
I
downhill disco was honestly like a hallmark kind of thing
yeah.
in like my kind of just growing up skateboarding. Damn, I was a freaking double, just did a 720. Like what?
Skilled guy, man.
What?
He's a skilled guy.
Yeah, yeah, he is, dude. In the signature basketball shorts.
Iconic. Yeah, man. So the reason I was asking is like you said like a lot of so it seems to me a lot of the reasons you got into downhill skating aren't really there anymore. So
Yeah,
yeah, just wanted to touch on that, see how like the scene was developing still.
totally. A
But
lot of the reasons aren't so.
yeah,
The people, there's a lot of
yeah,
people who aren't there anymore,
yeah,
which kind of sucks. They've kind of moved on with their lives and maybe had kids and done everything like that, which is totally understandable. I'm sure they're very happy, but for
we're not
me, like
happy.
the spirit of it is still there in San Diego, which like
Yeah,
really gets me stoked because I'm moving back there after your tour this year. I'm moving
nice.
back to like La Jolla Pacific Beach area, and I'm gonna be a part of that again, which I'm just like so pumped on. And it feels like it is still there a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
just a little bit less structured. We'd have like slide clinics like once a month there, and now it's probably more just sessions. But
Hmm.
nonetheless, I'm stoked for that because I feel like people don't skate as much as they do in San Diego as they do in Santa Barbara. So it's all
Yeah, man.
right.
Reason I took this tangent is kind of downhill. Things aren't happening the way they used to. Like we don't really have
Yeah,
Broms anymore, so I just wanted to see like your take on it. Like
yeah,
what?
no, of course.
Yeah, man. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your downhill setup. Do you have it on
Yeah, you want to
hand?
hear about my board?
Yeah,
Should I
man.
grab it real quick too? It's
Yeah,
actually
grab
right
it, bro.
here. I'm in my room right now. I live in this place called Isla Vista. It's right next to my college, and
Nice.
dude, it's crazy. Rent is so expensive, so everybody lives lives right next to each other. This is my board right now.
Nice. Yeah.
It is a Black Mamba from Kai Signy, which is an Argentinian company. Everybody thinks it's Brazilian. It's not
Yeah, man.
Brazilian. It's Argentinian. This is it. I have the special Ronins on there.
What do you mean
Bitch.
special?
They're special.
Tell us
They
more,
have
bro.
they're like the new ones that Max like just made.
Tell
Um,
us, bro. Tell us everything, man.
honestly, I I don't even really know.
Have you
um,
skated them yet?
yeah, I skated them at Tepe, and they are
Yeah.
ridiculous, dude. They have sphericals in them, and I think like maybe a little bit
What?
different geometry.
What?
Yeah, look
Yo,
at
just
that.
that's actually fucking crazy, bro. Where are the
See that?
sphericals in the pivot?
Think so. Think yeah, somewhere in there. I don't know,
That's
dude. They're
actually
they're
hype.
they're the best though. I've never
Yeah,
ridden trucks like this for sure. I had been riding like the same set of Ronins for
yeah,
since like 2020. um,
yeah,
well, no, it's 2021. Fred gave
yeah.
me a set of trucks before he passed, and I just like kind of didn't want to change it just because I felt like I don't know I was really attached to them
So
and
special. Yeah,
that relationship, of course. So um, I didn't really change it, but I don't know. Now that Max made these things, it's just
yeah.
like
Bro, I'm
damn,
sat
they're
up in my
really
chair,
good, dude.
bro. I'm sat up in my chair, man. I'm hyped, bro. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I saw
I'll tell
Max.
you about my board though. Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
know what I think I'm on a 45 in the front,
yeah.
and I have I don't know. Honestly,
Mango,
I don't know what the
lemonade.
fuck I ride. I've never been someone who knows like what I ride very well.
Yeah,
Um, but I think I'm on a 25 in the back or maybe a 30.
yeah.
And then obviously I ride quays, and then I ride the quay bearings inside of them. They're
Nice.
pretty sick. I'm excited. I mean, quay's making some new wheels right now. I'm pretty sure they're going to be really sick. Um, super gummy urethane formula, which is kind of a funny name for them.
Whatever hype Tiago puts out, man.
Yeah, I think Rolo put it the best
Yeah,
in the chat. He was like wheel wheel manufacturers they have like three modes for like naming wheels. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they're gonna be sick though. I haven't even tried them yet, but he's saying they're so much better than the A1. I'm just like, all right,
I'm
because
hyped.
I never like to believe anybody before I try stuff for myself.
Yeah,
Um, like even with the trucks, like my first
yeah.
run on the new trucks, I was like, dude, I fucking hate these trucks, dude, because I wasn't used to that much turn.
Yeah,
I wasn't used to that much turn, and I ended up having to just change my bushings up a little, and like, dude, now it's crazy. Like I literally just think, like
yeah.
I feel like I don't even actually like. I think about turning, and I'm already turning. Like
You're
they're just
going.
so much more responsive, and they can get
Yeah.
me through a turn so much freaking faster. It's
Is
I don't know.
the
I wish I had them for the actual race at Tepe because I didn't change my trucks up yet before that.
yeah,
Um, we had like that little zealous outlaw
yeah.
at
So
Tepe,
man.
which was super fun. But I didn't change up anything before then because I was like I volunteered the day before that, and I just been watching people all day, and I was like didn't even know if I could skate because I just had knee surgery like
Damn.
3 months ago. I hadn't really been skating too much, and
We'll,
basically
yeah.
yeah, pull up Frenchie. Yeah, there we go. That one. It's the second slide on that top right. Yeah, third slide. I mean, that's
Yeah,
me
there
and
you are,
Frenchie
bro.
going through finals, dude. Yeah, I have never really lost to Frenchie before.
Damn, it
That was,
hurt, bro. It hit. It hit different.
dude, it pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off. I'm really happy for him actually because I know nobody's been grinding like him in my
Yeah,
opinion.
he been
Maybe a
working
few other
hard.
people like I know Owen and Antonio, and I'm sure
Yeah,
Diego's been grinding really hard right too. But um, he's really been working at it for a long time, and Frenchie's probably the guy I've spent the most time like doing actual hot laps with.
yeah.
And now that I've been on hiatus, especially with my knee surgery and everything like that, like he beat me, and I'm just like, fuck. So like that really stoked a fire under me again,
Nice, man.
which is awesome.
You gotta beat him El Salvador, Isle of Man,
Yeah, hopefully,
in Utah,
dude,
bro.
it'll be fun. He's the best though. It's always a good friendly competition with him, just because he's like
Yeah,
one of my best friends and everything like that too. Same with Owen, and like it's that same kind of way where I just racing with your best friends is always super interesting because it's like you really, really, really want to beat them. But
yeah,
it's funny because those are the same people that you're living with at the event and you're staying with and
yeah.
traveling with and like getting dinner with. So it's like, yeah, I really want to beat you, but like I'm also rooting for you too. So it's
It's
always a
the
funny
best.
kind of
Yeah,
yeah, it is really the best. The amount of
yeah,
camaraderie and friendship that like that kind of brings, I feel like is really different, than
yeah.
like any other. The only other sport I can think of that has that is like pro surfing maybe or something like that where people are like
Yeah.
traveling, doing everything like that. I'm sure there's a few others I'm not thinking of, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. I just didn't have the legs for it. I think if I had these trucks and
All
I'd been
good,
working
man.
out and I'd been skating,
Dude.
basically if it was a totally different race and I was a different person, maybe I would have beat him.
Dude, I mean to be fair, you're coming off of knee surgery, so like you did Like you came what?
Yeah.
You came second, right?
Yeah, I got
Dude,
second. I got second,
you
which I
should
was
be
stoked
really
on. I mean, there's
yeah.
some heavy hitters there. I was
Yeah,
stoked on
man.
that,
You
but
coming off knee surgery, you didn't even know if you could skate, then you pull off a fucking
yeah,
second.
that was like my fifth or sixth run on the hill since like I got one practice run, or I got one
Holy
run on
shit.
freeride wheels just to see if I could even skate.
Nick, you're a
Um,
madman, bro. Like I think you should really
thank you,
be stoked with that, man. Plus
thank you. I am super stoked.
you're riding
I'm
the
super.
fucking Kuwait A1s, bro. Those are like the slowest wheels, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. The other ones I
Hey,
hear are
bro, I
pretty quick.
ride for that company, bro. What do you mean, dude?
Bro, man. In my heart, you won that race, bro.
Thank you,
Um,
bro. I appreciate that. I think
no,
I felt
man.
like a winner at the bottom of the hill for sure, just because I could. I didn't
Yeah,
know if my knee. What felt weird with my knee
yeah.
is my minute. So I had a meniscus tear, and they cut out a piece of my meniscus, and that basically just like changed the way that my thigh bone interacts with my shin bones, and like
Mm-hmm.
within my knee joint, it makes the pressure super weird.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even sure if I could go around turns like that fast and actually like load up my knee that way. And like that was the first time doing it. And I was just like, oh, okay, I guess this
It's
doesn't
fine.
really actually hurt that bad. It just feels
Yeah.
weird, you know? So
Yeah.
um I definitely felt like a winner at the end of that day. And I was pretty stoked. And we got to skate the rest of the weekend too, which was just like so fun.
Nice,
Love
man.
that.
I wanna
Yeah.
for sure talk about like your injury and like the recovery process and all that. But
Of course.
let's finish talking about your setup. So
Of course.
yeah, what do you
Well,
have
I
for
have two
grip tape?
sets. You want to see my other setup too?
Yeah, sure, man. Why not, man?
I have a few different boards. So
You have a cruiser
I
board
have
there?
this board. I have this board. This is kind of like my free ride, not really free ride board. It's like also race board, but
Yeah.
if I'm gonna take like a run where I'm like, I mean, honestly, I free ride both boards a lot. Um, I feel like I feel like you should be able to free ride your downhill board. That's always like, if you want to be really good, that's always like one of the things that I feel like people need to get into is being able to do a lot of stand ups on their downhill
Yeah,
race
but
board and stuff like
how do
that.
you feel like grippy ass wheels, bro? Like, was that a
Dude,
secret
you
to
just
it?
gotta. It's all about just going faster into turns and sliding in the right places because downhill
Yeah,
wheels slide really good. You know, they slide really good
yeah,
if you're doing slides in the right spots and everything like that. But yeah, I'll tell you about this board. So this board was actually it was a Nick Broms Pro from GMR. It was one of the last few boards that Fred made, and Max Caps took it. He
yeah,
implemented some concave into it for me. I'll show you. I think I can flip my camera around.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if you can see it super good, but you see these ridges right
Wait,
here. I
one
have
sec,
these on my Kai Signy as well. You see that?
one sec. Let me blow this up so
Oh, sorry.
everyone can see pretty well. Yeah,
Perfect. So this is my kind of freeride board.
yeah,
Um, pretty cool shape. Got a little swallowtail on there and everything like that. But Max added in some concave for me, which is
yeah.
nice of him. So my front foot goes here. I'm obviously goofy. I always like to do a little
Swivel.
off to the side foot stop.
Yeah.
I've been rocking that since 2019. I feel like I'm kind of an OG on that one. I feel like everybody copied me. Um,
Fair enough, man.
I've been doing that since Newton's, or honestly, no, since before Newton's, since like
Nice.
a while ago. But this is my freeride board. It's some Ronins. I think 45 in front. I think maybe like 30 or 35 in the rear. I don't really know. Um, 83A Quasties. They're pretty sick. They leave
Nice.
big blue stain lines everywhere. And yeah, this is the board. This is the freeride board. But honestly, like I've skated this board a lot at like Deer and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
it's like
nice.
super sick too. And then I'll give the people another run through this thing. So just like that other board, I have these grooves in there, right there. I don't know if you can see that super
You can
good.
see it. Yeah, we can see it. Yeah,
Basically, that I just dig my toes into those, and I dig my heels into these on my heel side,
nice.
and it really gives you a lot of board feel, and you can ride a narrower board when you do that. At first, I thought it was kind of gimmicky, but I actually really freaking like it. I
Nice.
also have the toe side off to this toe step or the toe stop off to the side there. Quay grip, torque block. Um, I think I need to move my torque block back on this board a little bit, and then got these beautiful special trucks
Running.
here.
Yeah.
Little razor in the back, and then obviously the quays and the quay bearings and the quay
Nice.
spacers. And I think okay, I'll give the people my best guess on what Duro bushings I'm riding.
Yeah.
I think in the front, I think it's 85, 88. I think.
Mango lemonade.
Yes, mango lemonade. Yes, it's
Yeah.
whatever that is.
That
And
you're
then
correct. Yeah.
in the back, it's fruit punch iced tea. I know that. So 92, 95. And then angles, I know 45. I don't know what my back truck's angle is. Max Caps just set it up for me.
Nice.
And I don't know. It felt good. It felt really good having him set
Take
it up
control.
because
Yeah.
exactly because he's like, yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy
He's the
with
guy,
rodents,
bro.
And
Yeah.
Fred would always set up my boards for me, and I was watching him doing that, and I was just like, oh, this is so sweet. He's taking care of me and everything like that, like Fred used to. So it felt
Nice.
really cool to see him do that and
Nice.
take care of me and give me some tricks and shit. It was
So
awesome.
before we move on, two questions. So those new Ronins, do they perform any differently from the old ones? Just more turn or
Yeah, they
smoother at the
perform different
limit?
for
Or
sure.
like, well, in
I
what
haven't
way?
spent enough time on him to give you all the ins and outs on everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I just know from even just skating him at Tepe
Yeah.
that, dude, I was just taking some wicked lines through turns and like I just feel like I could stay so much more on top of my board and the amount of steer, the amount of just actual linear steer that they had
Yeah.
was was different than any other truck I've ridden ever. I mean, I don't ride a crazy amount of trucks, but it definitely turns more than the old Ronins, and it definitely is going to be able to get me
Good.
through turns a lot faster than the old Ronins.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that, and I think that's going to be a kind of a game changer. And I
Nice,
think I
man.
could tuck lean way more shit on those than the last trucks.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, because I sold my Ronins because they didn't turn enough, bro. So I'm excited,
Gotcha.
man. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
hopefully we can get
Maybe I
these
need
out
to,
there in the world
yeah,
soon.
I need to harass Max Caps, bro. Get him on the podcast. Anyway,
Yeah, you should. He'd be a good guy to interview. That guy has a lot of lore.
too
Like
much, bro.
he,
Like we have to do like a part 1, 2, and 3, bro.
dude, yeah, you'd have to do a few parts on him. That'd be a good story to get for sure. Max
We'll
is
see.
Max is awesome.
And
Cool
then
guy.
the other question is, you used to run, I think 45, 35 or something like that.
I've always been a proponent of a higher back base plate.
Yeah, why is that?
I hate, dude, I pisses me off when people run like, oh, I'm on 10 degrees in the back. It's like, and I see them wash out and like
Yeah,
fall on a turn. It's like, ah, like
of
it just
course.
drives me crazy just because they just aren't turning. I mean, I think here's my theory on it.
Yeah,
Buga. I think that I turn out of my back truck more than other people do
yeah,
because of surfing. And when you're surfing, you're more back footed. That's kind of how I grew up skating and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um, so I feel like I've always been more of like a all-wheel drive kind of turn, or like turning off of both my trucks,
Yeah,
as opposed to just turning off my truck. Because I feel like a lot of the setups, people be running like a 57-degree truck in front and like a
20.
17 degree in the back, and it's just like I don't know. I don't really.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody's going to be in the comment section disagreeing with me, but I feel like I can get around turns faster when I have a little bit more kick in the rear. And also, I just think that like it is just like really nice in race scenarios because
yeah,
a lot of times when you're racing, you're really going to need to take like you're going to need to have like at least 3 variations of lines you can take in turns, and you need to be able to take a line right next to somebody.
yeah,
Having more turns, having more ability to get the board to do what you want under your feet and be able to turn off both trucks is like it's safer. It's safer because you can kind of just get around people and you can
yeah.
kind of just be a little bit more of an idiot and get away with it in turns.
What about the stability? Is there like an impact on it? Are you like on God mode, bro? Like what? What is it,
Honestly,
man?
I don't really wobble much. Yeah, I feel like my ankles are pretty taut now. So
Yeah.
I honestly maybe I'm talking a bunch of shit. I just got these new trucks. I'm gonna go like wobble out or something next time I skate. I really hope that's not the case, but I've
Mm.
always known my board really well,
Yeah.
and I know that it just probably isn't gonna wobble on me. Um, so yeah, I've never really worried about that. There's been a few times if I'm running like a 35 in the rear and I'm
Yeah.
going like 60 or 70 where I'm like, oh, like kind of a little bit scared, but most of the time it's pretty manageable. Ronins I feel like are always pretty stable.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, man. Did you race Tutonia? Yeah, you did, bro.
Yeah, dude. We
So
raced Tutonia,
yeah.
dude. Oh, I got I was stoked honestly on Tutonia because I was like
Yeah.
we got 5 runs and I was the fifth qualifier.
Nice, man.
Anybody who qualified above me had been skating the road for like years, and I was just like so stoked because like, yeah, that road, dude,
Yeah.
that road. I don't know. I've never done any crazy drugs or anything like that, but that road is what I imagine drugs would feel like. You know, you get to the bottom of that road and you're like going fucking crazy. Like it is just like
Insane.
actually that gnarly, dude. It's
That's
just
beautiful
so
to hear,
fast.
man. Yeah.
It's crazy because that road it's like stepped, so it's like
Yeah.
there's the first chill part where you get going like I don't know maybe like 90K 100K, and then you enter
Damn.
that big drop into the left.
Damn.
And that drop into the left gets you going probably like 110, maybe like 105K, and then you go around that left, and it's just like
Zooming.
if you look straight, you're looking at like the other side of the valley, just because the no videos will ever do Tutonia justice. Like going up that in the bus is just like such a freaking trip, dude. It's literally a wall. It's literally imagine a wall
Yeah.
with like a flat part in the middle and then another flat part in the middle. Like you're going over these humps and you fully de-weight at like 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It is so scary. It's so scary.
Yeah, man. You
And
guys
if you
are,
flare,
yeah.
if you're like arms flare over the bump, you're going so fast, your draft just gets way bigger, you know? So,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. It sounds
I
wild,
miss that
bro.
road. Yeah, I wish we could have finished racing
Yeah,
because
man. Yeah.
I don't know if you know what happened or not, but there was some like there was some I
Car or
there's
some
like
shit. Ambulance or
yeah,
something.
something like some car went into a road when it wasn't supposed to or something like that. And obviously with Brazil's history with Alice Pastrana and everything like that, it's not something that they're willing
Yeah.
to budge on whatsoever, which is
Yeah.
completely understandable. And I honestly stand with them 100% about that.
Same.
Um, but we had just gotten to top 8 and I was about to race Guto. And I was like, oh, I really want to do that. Like, that sounds so sick. I just raced Danke
Yeah.
Ovahe, and he's a gnarly Brazilian guy. He's like 6'5" and like
Damn.
probably like 100 kilos.
Yeah.
And he's like the last person you'd want to fuck with. He's just like the gnarliest looking dude ever. I had just raced him and like I thought he was totally gonna catch me in the bottom straight, but he didn't. And I was like, oh, now I get to race Guto. So I was really excited to try and race Guto, but
Yeah.
but unfortunately that didn't
Wasn't
happen.
gonna
So,
happen. Yeah.
dude, honestly, everybody like says like, oh, Tutonia was so poorly run, everything like that. But even though we only got like a few runs throughout the weekend, we could have got way more runs. I would so go back. Like that
Yeah.
road's so worth it to go skate. It's just so gnarly and just has so much lore behind it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It
that road
seems.
that you're looking at right now is
Yeah.
insane. That's in Guadalajara,
Yeah.
dude. You see that? So I hit in that little video. I hit a reflector and a little chip on my wheel comes off. You can see it in
Damn.
the video if you look carefully. It's pretty funny, but
Let me reload it. Yeah. Yeah. I think you kind of caught it.
so gnarly. That road's sick. It's called Waxa. I don't really remember what it's called, but it's something. I love it.
Yeah,
I
man.
love Mexico, dude. Mexico's the best.
Do you know how to speak Spanish?
A little bit. I can speak a little bit of Spanish. I can like get by, you know?
Yeah.
Like that caption I wrote myself, and
Nice.
I can definitely talk to people and like kind of pass in most situations, but I would by no means say I'm like fluent,
Fluid.
you know?
Yeah.
But
Hey,
I want to become fluent because I want to live in Central America
yeah.
for a few periods, maybe like a few months of my life at least.
Nice.
Just because like I don't know, I think Spanish like Mexican culture is like just like the sickest, you know, like everybody's so nice. And dude, like that trip I took to Guadalajara with Oscar was like
Yeah.
the fucking sickest, dude. It was so good. And I hung out with Daniel a bunch too, and they're just
Yeah.
so nice and happy. And I think I wish Americans were more that way, you know. It was pretty cool.
Time to get you to move to Central America, get you a Latina wife or Latina
Yeah, man, hopefully
husband.
something like that. I wouldn't be so sad. That'd be
Yeah,
pretty
man.
cool. And surf a bunch too, because the waves
And
down there are
surf.
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That
right,
road's
man.
so gnarly though.
Let me quickly look at the chat. We have a couple questions, a couple people
Oh,
saying what's
perfect.
up. Um
Hell yeah. Let me
Eduardo
see it.
Cotto says nice. Skylar says, where is AJ Habe? I mean
Dude, I don't know where AJ Habe is right now. Oh, sick, dude. There's actually a bunch of people in the chat. That's lit.
yeah, man.
Eduardo's in there. Skylar's in there. Frenchie's in there.
French is
What's
in
up,
there,
Frenchie? I
bro.
don't know if he's still watching.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
I saw new Ronins at Mary, and they are a little ugly. Well, um,
The
that
the
sucks.
the
I don't
only
know what to
thing
say.
the only thing
I
the
think they look sick, dude. I think they look so sick. I don't know what that guy's saying, but
I think the only
that's,
thing I'd say though is like I'm very happy Max is finally like trying like the inline rear when he was
yeah,
shitting on I think like someone saying like Ronins aren't or to try inline rear or whatever. So I think that's pretty
yeah,
sick. Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty stoked. They definitely feel really good. They,
Yeah.
I wish I would have been riding these like 5 years ago. You know, that would make everything so easy.
Dude.
I'm excited to qualify on them because I feel like,
Yeah.
dude, honestly, I low key kind of like qualification more than actual racing sometimes. Actual racing's sick, but
Hmm.
qualification, I feel like I've always done pretty good in qualification.
Yeah.
Um, and like, I just love trying to put down the absolute fastest lap of that I can.
There's
That's
nothing
always
like
fun.
maxing out
Exactly.
a road. Yeah.
Yeah, and that feels good. Oh, nice. Looking up WSG.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was that first
2022.
one.
Was it
Yeah, it
this
was that
first
first
one?
one. Yeah, I
Okay,
think.
forget the finals. I'm trying to
Okay,
remember
gotcha.
like how did you qualify? Like you
I
did pretty
won.
well, man.
I qualified
Qualification.
first. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
I
Yeah.
got a, dude. I didn't even get a gold medal because they weren't doing gold medals at the qualification that year.
Yeah.
So everybody else gets to say they're like a gold medal time trialist or gold medalist in time trial. Like there's kind of like a weird like debate. Like are
Yeah.
world champions actual world champions or not? Kind of they are. I would
You
say
are,
I would say
bro.
time trial, yeah, because like all the fastest people in the world were there. So like I feel like you
Yeah.
can kind of claim that. I feel like that's pretty fair. Um, but dude, I actually missed a whole day of practice that race because I was in school.
Yeah.
And I like didn't go to a full day of practice because I had to do this like stupid freaking lab
Wait,
for a geography
you're
class.
in fucking Argentina on in school,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was pretty fried.
You gotta do what
But
you gotta do,
this,
man.
yeah, God, dude, I fumbled that freaking final, dude. I was just draft bait. I was draft bait, dude. It's
All good,
okay.
man.
Look, you can see Dane look at me right there and stand up. Fucking
He
Dane.
got you,
I
bro.
love Dane. Dane's gnarly. Dane is
Yeah, he's
really a
an early
freaking
guy, bro. Were you skating
top
much?
tier skater.
Were you skating much leading up to this event, or not really?
No, not really.
Dude,
I
Nick,
wish I was.
you're insane, bro. Like the fact that you can like just get off the couch and then like be competing with like people. Is there like
Oh, thank
anything
you.
special that you be doing, or like
Dude, honestly, I'd just probably say just like
yeah,
honestly surfing. Like I'm riding a board and I skate to class a lot. Like even if I don't downhill, I was skating SMR a good amount, like which is
yeah,
like the best road right by me. Um, I was skating that a good amount, not a good amount, like maybe like once every 2 weeks or so. I'd go skate it. Um, but I just think the amount of time I've spent on my board and like just
hmm,
how many years I've been skating for, like that definitely helps me. You know, like that is probably the thing. And I surf a lot too, and dude, honestly, I think surfing's kind of a lot more hard than downhill. Like
yeah,
it's 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 a lot more tricky because you have to do so much work just to get the chance to stand up on your board. That like
yeah. That's true.
it's phenomenal cross training for downhill. You know, oh that was the sucky crash, dude. We were both so concussed after that, and
Damn,
he like
bro.
fully broke his nose. Millsy is like pushing behind me with a
Damn,
broken nose there. It was so gnarly,
you gave him the broken nose, bro. Damn.
bro. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they concluded
Yeah,
that like whose fault that crash was. I
yeah,
think what it was first contact. Like
yeah,
he puts his hand down and that touches my board. Um, I don't even know. I looked at it a bunch because I look like, dude, like that's one thing that I hate about racing is
yeah,
like if someone crashes you out or you crash someone out, like that is just like it's so sad just because it like
yeah.
obviously you get
It's like,
hurt, but like
yeah,
even more than actually getting hurt, it's like the emotional part of it is like
yeah.
you feel fucking horrible because somebody traveled around the whole world to come to this race.
And you
And
got
like,
taken out. Yeah,
yeah, because I know how that feels because it's happened to me a few times too. And it's just like fucking sucks, you know? Like
yeah. I know,
there's
man.
nothing you can do about it either. It's just like, oh, it just never never a fun time getting crashed out or accidentally crashing someone else out.
Yeah, man.
Have you've been to some races? You did a trip to the Philippines, right?
Yeah, man. I went to the
Sick.
Philippines. It was fucking sick.
That's so
But I
fun.
kind of
Did you get to
raced,
skate with a lot of locals around there?
dude, insane. Have you been to the Philippines? Or
No,
no?
no, I haven't. I need to go so bad. Like
Dude,
that is like the
yeah,
Philippines and Indonesia and Thailand are
yeah.
like so up there on the like
Nah,
where I
you
need
need
to
to
go.
go, bro. Like it's I think I don't know. I haven't really been around the world, but I think the Philippines has the most stoked community in the world.
I
And
think so too. I
uh,
honestly just from
yeah,
seeing like how they post and like the kind
yeah,
of roads they skate and like the community,
it's insane, dude.
it looks like they're very happy, and you know that's all you can ask for. Oscar went and he
Yeah,
loved it. Like
yeah, he
he was
fucking
there for
loved it,
like
bro.
months, I think, maybe like a month or two or
He
something
was
like
there for
that.
a long ass time, man.
Yeah, yeah, so sick, dude. Oh my god, when did you go again?
I went in April of 2023, so like two
Gotcha.
years ago now.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it was fucking great, man.
Can you
Um,
believe that's already 2 years ago?
yeah, bro, I need to get serious in my fucking life, bro. Time just keeps fucking trucking on, bro. It's fucking
Nah, dude, just keep doing you, keep having fun, bro. Life's life will get serious when it wants to get serious. I don't know.
bro, man. You gotta stay ready, bro. Or
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I gotta lock in too. I gotta lock in. I
yeah,
feel like it's kind of funny because all my friends that I'm graduating with in college, like
yeah,
everybody's getting like these jobs and stuff. And like fuck, I'm just gonna go skateboard. Like I feel like I'm putting off like a important thing, but I
yeah.
don't know. I feel like you gotta follow your dreams when you have the chance, and uh,
Absolutely, man. Like
feel like that. It's gonna be a lot harder for me to go do this like
when you're
when I'm
older.
older. So like I
Yeah,
just gotta go do it now, just so it's
yeah.
like see what
Like
happens. You never know what'll happen, you know. So
like
it's
the
all right.
way the way I structured my life was like never follow up your an opportunity if you can bring your passion along with it. So
I like
like
that. I like that a lot.
and you said you're 22, right?
Hmm.
So I think you have until like 25, 26 before like you really need to like I don't
Actually
know,
lock
bro.
in. I completely agree. I'm giving
Yeah,
myself a few years to have
yeah,
some fun and travel and skate as much as I
yeah,
can because
man.
I know that I will forever regret it if I don't.
Yeah, man. Cause like
I was
yeah,
really close. I was
yeah,
really close to banishing myself to a cubicle
yeah,
for a while. I had this internship last summer and I worked in Texas and there's no fucking hills in Texas. There's no
yeah.
waves. And I literally just like grinded every day at a freaking cubicle and dude, I do
Soul
not want to live
sucking
like
shit.
that.
Yeah.
It's soul sucking, dude. It makes you feel like nothing. Like, and I just hate it. Like,
I know,
I don't know. I'd
man. I
rather
know.
be broke as hell trying to skate and trying to do
Yeah,
what I love than like just do something like that. So I don't
yeah,
know.
man.
It's hard though, because like there's a lot of expectations and you want to make your family proud and shit. But I feel like this
But
also makes them proud,
but
hopefully.
hey, man, you need to remember we're on a floating rock in space. Like
Exactly. Do
none
whatever you want. You know,
none
like
of this
have
shit
free
matters,
will.
bro. Like
Exactly. I always like to bring it back to that too. You know,
yeah,
that's always a good thing. That's so sick. Dude, but I mean,
that's
you've built a really freaking cool thing with Downhill 254, dude. I'm sure you're really proud of that. And I'm sure, I know you really should be, dude. That's like
thanks, man.
so freaking cool. I remember when it was just starting. Like, I remember when like you had like
Yeah,
only a few Instagram posts and stuff like that, or
yeah,
maybe you'd been going for a little bit. I'm sure I don't know the true origin story and everything like that, but
yeah.
it's been really cool to see your channel grow, and
Thanks,
I
man.
really do think that like the tutorials and the guides and everything that you've been putting out,
Yeah,
dude, I fucking wish there was something like that when I was getting into skating. Like that would have
yeah.
helped me so much, you know. So really like kudos to you
Thanks,
for making
man.
that happen. I'm sure that's been a
Appreciate
lot of
it.
work.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of work, but thanks. Like I've had people like you to inspire me, so and
Hell yeah.
you've also helped me, bro. I remember you had like a race guide or something that you wanted
Yeah,
to do,
yeah, I
man.
did. I had that I called it the Broms course or something
Yeah.
like that.
I swear I still have it
Um
like on Drive or something, bro.
yeah, I've been toying with that. I
Yeah.
want to put that out somehow,
Do it,
but I
man.
think I've been letting perfect be the enemy of good.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's like I think it's nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but I don't
It's
know.
fucking
I've
sick.
spent a lot of time on that document. Like
Yeah.
I tried to cover everything like from fundamentals to like just how to slide, how to do everything, the basics of a setup. And it's funny because I feel like all that stuff,
Yeah.
like a lot of it still holds, but I think some of it probably has changed now just with the way the technology of downhill skateboards have like evolved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it generally stays true, but I want to put that out there somehow at some point.
You
I don't
need
know
to,
if like
bro.
what the best way to do that is. Maybe just like I was thinking about just making physical little like booklets of it and just like
Yeah.
selling them for like
Do
basically
it,
just
man.
cost.
Do it, man. I know a lot
It'd be
of
pretty
people would
cool.
love to learn from you, bro. Same, bro. Like
Hell
I've
yeah.
read a little bit of it. I'm not allowed to show
How many
spoilers.
pages is it again? Was it like
Let me
50 or
check.
something? 50, 60, 70? I think the one I
Uh,
have on my computer, because I add to it every now and then. I added to it a lot this summer when I was in Texas. I think the one I have now is like
damn, 76
the one I
pages,
have now
bro.
is like 85 pages.
Yes,
Yeah,
shit, man.
76.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it's a
good.
lot, man.
It's
I
funny.
think,
I'm pretty stoked on that. I was like, I just wrote that over the course of like a few months, and like, I don't know. I want to put that. I want to put more race scenario stuff in there because that is one thing that like I feel
yeah,
like I don't know. All my friends in high school when they're playing like high school football or soccer or anything like that, they have like
playbooks or something like that. Yeah,
playbooks, but they go back and they watch. I forget what they had the words they call it, but like they go watch just like they call it like screening or something like that, or like they go watch film. They call it, yeah, we're gonna watch some film. Like they watch their actual game time decisions and like
yeah,
post analyze them and see what you did right and what you did wrong and everything like that. And I feel like that's one thing that like I've done in my head a bunch. Like even just with that like 2022 Argentina final, just like
yeah.
micro analyzing everything I did in that heat and like why shit
Well, you
didn't go to
did.
plan.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's pretty simple. Like I just got sandbagged and I wasn't fast enough to ditch them. Um, but yeah,
Nah, man.
like
Like, put it out, bro.
that
Like,
stuff's really effective, you know, because that like that can teach you a lot, you know.
put it out, man. Let me give people
Yeah,
a little spoiler, bro.
yeah,
There's
do it. Yeah, show it off a little.
there's a lot of like nice stuff in here, bro. Like,
There
I
is. It's
even
pretty
I
cool.
I even learned like so much just like reading about your experiences as well. So I think it's very valuable. I think like
Hell yeah.
yeah, if you put it out for like a little bit of money, people
Yeah,
are gonna
hopefully.
pay for it.
I want to. I always feel bad
Yeah.
like putting something out for money.
I
But
think
it's like fuck, like I
yeah,
spent thousands of dollars like traveling and getting this knowledge. So like I could probably
100%.
charge like 10, 15, $20 for it. So I wouldn't feel too bad about that.
Exactly, man. Like you've
Cool.
earned your experience like super hard work. So I
Thank you, man. I
yeah,
appreciate it.
man.
But it's hard because I
Yeah,
know that I think if I put it out, I'll have to put out a second edition
yeah,
because I'm sure everybody will have like stuff to say. And that's one thing is like I'm not the end all be all kind of authority on all this stuff, you know.
yeah,
Even though I do know a lot about it, like there's a lot of different ways of getting the job done on a board stuff. So
true.
it's like I definitely would want to put out a second edition of something like that if I do out there eventually.
Nah, man, make
Which
it
I would
happen,
like to.
bro.
I'll I think this will be the year that I get that out there, hopefully. Because this year,
Yeah,
like I'm not actually even in the world title race because I
yeah,
can only do 3 races because of graduation and stuff from college. Um, so this year I'm literally just trying to be like the biggest sponge I possibly can be. You know, I'm literally just
yeah,
trying to soak up like everything that I freaking can. And I don't know, one tip that Tiago gave me, Tiago Lessa, he always brings a notebook to like races and stuff like that. He's always like jotting notes down and what people are doing, what he's doing, what the track's doing, like everything like that.
yeah.
So I'm
Hmm.
definitely going to be ripping a lot of that this year and just kind of just trying
Nice,
to
bro.
grow as much as I can. It's pretty sick.
Need you to
That clip that you're watching was sick,
yeah,
dude. I was so stoked on that.
yeah. It's a sick pass, bro.
Everybody was on Magnums, Abuga, and I was on 74 millimeter killers.
Listen,
And I still won. I still won.
we didn't have ZM1s back then, bro. So
Nope. We didn't have
that's what
A1s
it
for a
is,
while, dude. We didn't
bro.
have A1s for so long.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
nah,
It's
man.
crazy.
All right, so I have a bunch of questions here.
Sick, dude.
I feel
Let's do
like
them.
but there's a couple of things in the chat. We have Kabob and asking where AJ Habe is. We need to do a full on
AJ Habe. I'm
investigation,
trying
man.
to. Where's AJ Habe? I think he's living in San Diego still.
Yeah,
Last time I hung out with him, I think it was like a Tepe. Maybe I think it was 2022 Tepe. He drove me back to
yeah,
college.
nice.
I didn't have a ride, and it was so nice of him. He was with his girlfriend. I think her
Yeah,
name's Allura. She's really cool too, and he's doing great, dude. He's still so fast. Like it's fucking hilarious seeing him skate because like
yeah,
he's just like he'll act like all nonchalant and like yeah I don't know how to do this stuff still, but it's like, dude, he's
and he
fucking
stands on
raw.
board.
Like he's
Yeah,
still so raw, and I don't know. Did you ever see that Louis Poloni actually just posted it again? There
yeah,
is a raw run of AJ Habe to that Tupac song "Hit 'Em Up" of him skating Angie's in like board shorts and a half shell, and it's just like,
We got it.
what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's this one exactly.
Yeah.
Louis been posting so much again. It makes me so stoked.
Dude, I love to get these guys like back in Masters, bro. It'd be fucking sick.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine a Masters heat with like Kevin,
AJ,
AJ, Louis,
Louis.
Zach.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that'd be so sick. Dude, Max B and Tiago are kind of making a comeback.
Yeah,
Max B is
man.
coming to the WDC races, dude.
Really? That's sick, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that trip I did to Brazil, like, kind of like
I
lit
see.
the fire under their ass again, which I was like just so
Dude,
stoked on.
man. It'd be cool to see Brazilians on the world tour again, bro.
Yeah, 100%. They have some catching up to do, and they know that. But
Yeah.
they're ferocious, dude. They're always fast, and they're a bunch of
Yeah.
good guys.
This breaks my heart, bro. 1 year of no videos, bro, breaks my heart. But
I know what being a dad will do to you, man.
yeah,
Joey's a
bro.
dad now, dude. He's got another on the way too, and
Holy shit, bro. He's that
that's
popping
also
them
my
up, bro.
fault. Like, that's also partially my fault because I haven't been skating as much.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Life
Like
happens,
oh no,
bro.
like I haven't posted in a year, but also I haven't been sending them videos. So like I do feel bad about that. So I need to.
Oh, good, man. With these new wheels, bro. With these new wheels, we'll be posting more often,
This
bro.
new
It'll be
wheels,
better,
bro,
bro.
is different, bro. Different your
It's
day
different,
formula, bro.
bro. It's the speed. The speed is good. We
Speed
have
is good, bro.
we have
Enemy of wear, bro. Enemy of wear. Oh, I
dude, I
love
just
them.
love the
Their English is
marketing.
like they have learned so much English over the years. They're like they are really like, I don't know. They've learned more
Yeah.
English than we have learned Portuguese. So I don't know. I can't talk shit.
Dude, I absolutely love Tiago as well. Just the way like he breaks down like
He's so sick.
yeah, like
He
products and
he like
stuff.
nerds. He loves nerding out
Yeah,
about all that stuff.
yeah.
You know.
I,
He
I
definitely has like a very good feeling for it. A funny story about Tiago is like he was telling me about like he's very very sensitive to his setup and everything like that.
yeah.
And like I think what he thinks is the origin too, which would make sense, is he used to align car tires growing up, and he could just like you could get in a car and tell if the tires weren't aligned and
Yeah,
everything like that, like
that's
just
true.
straight off the dome. And I'm not
That's
sure how
true.
hard that is. I'm not really an alignment specialist, but like
Yeah,
he has a very good like
sense.
compass for that sort of thing, and
Yeah,
that's definitely helped him kind of obviously be two-time world champion. So
dude.
pretty sick though.
Tiago's a sick cunt. But we have
Yeah, he is, dude.
some questions. Let me just read some of the chat.
Yeah, read him up.
Elliot Casey is like, I've been waiting to see the Broms course for years. So
yeah,
you
I
have
look
a
hella like
customer.
I kind of gaslit people. I posted about it saying like I was gonna put it out, and I never put it out, and I feel bad. So sorry.
He and I have chatted about it, I think, as well. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll try and get that out this year. That'll be one of my goals for this year. I'll try and get that out.
nice. We have Kabob and Lars Troutwin in the
Lars
chat.
is on here too.
Lars
Fuck yeah.
is on here, bro. He
What up, Lars?
absolutely loves it. It's somewhere in, I think, Colorado.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Springs,
man.
I think, right? I think Colorado Springs.
No idea, bro. But
Fuck yeah.
the chopping lane out there, doing ollies and like spinny tricks and shit.
So sick. Dude, everybody tries to like oh, like don't ride dangerously. Oh, it's so bad for the community, but like fuck, it's so fun.
Dude, it's so fun, bro. It's so good.
Oh,
but dude, Lars is such a good skater, bro.
He's
I'm not gonna lie.
fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah,
I got to know Lars in 2018. He did Euro Tour that year, and I actually hung out with him a lot that year. And like,
nice.
yeah, he's just a mind-bendingly good freerider and fucking racer. He's really fast too, which is pretty sick. Like, he still races and stuff like that, which is pretty freaking rad.
Maybe I should get him on the podcast. That'll be fucking fun.
You should. He'd be a good guy to talk with too. He's really freaking sick.
Okay, well.
He's just really positive too. He's always really nice.
Paul Thomas says, "What's your go-to wheel for top speed?" He loves the 76A Mango Seismic Tailwinds.
Nice. Oh, I was skating with that kid in Texas.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to go like top speed, probably just ride like ADA Quay ones. Those are really fast. Nice. Those are really fast, but it's hard to get those to grip sometimes on like super gnarly turns. And but their straight line speed is just really really fast for sure.
I've heard that quite a bit. S Rank Technique says, "Is putting the book out going to make you rich? If the answer is yes, charge. If the answer is no, it should be free." do what's best for the culture. I think you should
That's a good
charge,
point.
bro. I think you should charge
Yeah,
because
I think I
it's
kind of have to charge. I mean,
yeah,
I think yeah, I would put it out. It's not gonna obviously it's not gonna make me rich, but like
yeah,
realistically, I'm gonna be starving on the tour
yeah, man.
anyways. So it'd be pretty nice to be able to eat a little bit.
And it'll make racing accessible as well, bro, because people will have like a lot of things to learn about or like lean a
Yeah.
new experience
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
exactly. I mean, I'm not going to make it expensive by any
Yeah,
means. It's going to be very, very affordable. And I actually have had a lot of thoughts about like getting it into other languages. Like I want
yeah,
to definitely do a Portuguese version and a Spanish version and stuff like that because
yeah,
I think it'd be kind of sick. Maybe even a Tagalog version, but I think most people in the Philippines kind of speak English. So
yeah.
uh,
English is thanks to colonization, bro.
yeah, for real, bro. Thanks, Great Britain.
Shout out,
Fucking
shout out.
yeah.
um, yeah. So Ben Cole's asking where AJ is. Kebob then says, "Yeah, but where the hell is he? Why won't he respond to us? He says he's here in Colorado Springs and super down to skate, but he won't actually respond to us. Please explain this. Can you reach out to him?" Um,
I can reach out to him. Yeah, I'd love to reach out
they
to him.
love
I
they
don't have his
love
number or
AJ.
anything. I would be doing an Instagram message probably just like you guys, but dude, just blow him up. Like blow him up. AJ doesn't care. If he's saying he wants to go skate, he probably wants to go skate. I didn't even know he was in Colorado Springs. That's pretty sick.
AJ, your kids miss you, bro.
Yeah, dude. AJ's like our hero. I mean, for
Yeah,
like
man.
my generation of skaters, like AJ was like the fucking guy. So
Same, bro.
yeah. I
Uh,
hope AJ gets out and skates with you guys. That'd be really cool.
then we
And
have
drop some lore too.
Guto in the chat. Guto's here, bro.
What? What up,
Yeah, man.
Carlos? How are you, man?
It's
Oh, he
like,
can't respond, but I hope you're doing good down there, dude. When we went to Brazil, Carlos had
yeah,
us up at his house, and we got like the best freaking acai, and it was that was a great time.
man.
We got like a nice shuttle bus to Tutonia and everything. That was so sick, dude. He really took care of us down there. It was awesome.
Wait, let me pull up.
Guto.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy's not 4-time world champion, dude. You
four-time
gotta.
world champion, bro.
That's pretty
That's
special, bro.
different, man.
That's pretty special.
We need the Brazilians back on the world tour. And
Yeah, he's so sick. Guto, are you getting back on the world tour, dude? Like your friends are. You
he
should
needs
do
to,
it.
bro. He needs to,
You
man.
should do it, dude.
Uh, then we have Skylar Adcock saying Colorado Springs represent, and then K Bob chatting more about AJ Habe. But we'll come back to the AJ Habe chat a little bit after a couple more questions, man.
So funny. Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. So, damn. Okay, how you gonna do this? So yeah, let's talk a little bit about like your recovery, man. What happened, bro? Like, how'd you get injured?
Yeah, so I got injured on that skate trip to
Yeah.
Brazil.
Damn.
We were filming like basically what was going to be the last run of the whole trip.
Damn.
It's at the end of it. Yeah, scoot, go to the end. It's that hill. It's called Tsunami. Um, I was skating this. Yeah, it's this hill. This hill's fucking wild. It's like NC level steepness
Mm-hmm.
and just like unhinged turns and stuff like that, and like this really good gray pavement. Um, and there's this bottom right. We're passing it right there in the video that I was doing like squatties into. Here's the raw run. Um, yeah, this raw run was fun. I'm glad we got it. I definitely ate shit at the bottom of it though. But basically, run was going good. I just slid way too early for the turn,
Yeah.
and
How do
I
you do
basically
that,
just kind
bro?
of.
Wait, how do you do this? Like you're able to do this thing where you transition from like shit, okay. Right to left like really smoothly. Like is anything left to right really smoothly? Is anything like special
It's
that you do?
dude. Honestly, I low key kind of train that. I low key
Yeah.
kind of like I'm just like low. I also used
Yeah.
to wrestle, so like staying like being able to being able to be low and pivot really fast
Yeah.
is really good for downhill. I practice that at blacks a lot too, but that's more heel side to toe side.
Yeah.
Um, that's one thing that really opens some doors for you as far as combo breakers go. The faster
Yeah.
your transition time is between heel side and toe side,
Yeah.
really helps you out.
Cause
Also,
I'm
in that slide, like
yeah.
that left, I like it's nice because you can kind of just if you can get the board control and be able to like just milk it and really just ensure you're at the far left side of the road, you can take like a whole better line for your right. So it's like it's all about like
Yeah.
using your wheels rotation to get you where you want to go when
Is
you're
there
sliding.
is there anything you're doing with like your weights? With your weights? Like where do you
Just
shift to left or right?
honestly, just like keeping it on the wheels as much as possible. The
Yeah.
more weight you have on your wheels, the more control you have over them.
Yeah.
And like with a hill that's like as steep as this one, if you put like more than like 10% of the weight on your glove, you're just gonna like not slow down. So you really have to like keep
Yeah.
your weight real on your wheels, and that is kind of scary. It's like that scary road of like, am I gonna high side? Am I not gonna high side? But I don't know. When you're going that fast, and you can really
Yeah.
get on it a lot more than I think a lot of people realize, which is pretty sick. Like you could be doing that stand up, which is so sick. I don't think I could. Maybe I
Oh,
could, but
damn.
yeah. So that's where I fucked up my meniscus. So,
Fuck, man.
um, yeah, I was going for that right there. I slid too early. Had a little weird correction there, and then as you can see there, my knees just hit the ground and kind of hit that curb, and I think that's where the initial little tear in my meniscus occurred.
Yeah.
And then I went surfing like a year, or not a year, like a week after the trip
Yeah.
in Santa Barbara. Because originally it was my right knee that was hurting. I think I tore like my quadricep tendon or something like that in my right knee. I was trying to act like a tough guy and act like I was fine, which is like honestly the worst thing you can do for a fucking injury. But I tore my quadricep tendon, that healed, and then like a week later I was surfing on
Yeah.
my
Damn, bro.
I was surfing in Santa Barbara,
Yeah.
and my left knee had been hurting, but it was kind of like a dull pain, and it just felt like something was kind of wrong with it, and I couldn't like squat low. And then I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna go surf anyways because the waves were good, and I was like, dude, like little like sliding 360, and I just felt like a tear, and I just think that
Damn.
was what really did me in. Dude, Pepe's compound is sick, like ice bath, sauna,
Yeah.
like fruit trees at the bottom, and it's in a cool area too, and his family's so freaking nice, and that was so special getting to stay down there. I'm all over the place. I have crazy
All
ADHD if you
good,
can't
bro. All good, bro.
tell. Hell yeah.
We're twinning, bro. I have ADHD too, bro. But
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're out here stimming.
yeah, man. Shit. So like, did you get surgery immediately? Like, what did you do, bro?
No,
What
I
happened?
did not get surgery soon after it at all. I came
Why?
back to school. Um, I just got super wrapped up in school. I was in like 20 units. So I like basically had just no free time. And I was pretty down bad. I had just like
Yeah.
ended things with a girlfriend at the time, and
So
I was like down bad. I was not in the place like to realize that I needed fucking surgery. So I was just trying to get through my
yeah.
classes, pass my classes, and get good grades. And um, I was going down to San Diego a lot to try and get medical care, but San Diego's like 4 hours away from me. So I had to
Yeah.
go down once for a checkup, or like once to get it looked at, once to get an X-ray scheduled, another to actually get the X-ray.
Damn, bro.
Obviously, there's nothing wrong with the X-ray. I told them it wasn't a fucking like X-ray kind of thing, and then it took me another month to get an MRI for my meniscus. So at the end, it would have been like my meniscus injury happened September 19th,
Of
and
2020.
of 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, of 2024, and I got surgery on it freaking January 10th, 2025.
Yeah.
So like 4 months, I was just hanging out and trying to exist with a torn meniscus, and like it just sucked, dude. Like I couldn't skate. I couldn't. I was trying
Couldn't
to
do shit,
surf. I
man.
could kind of surf like bigger boards.
Yeah.
Like I was low-key kind of still pushing it. Like that winter, there was like some pretty big waves. And I don't know. I was definitely not being as intelligent as I could, but I kind of figured that I needed surgery anyways because it wasn't healing. So I was just like dealing with that bullshit of trying to get surgery scheduled. And then surgery happened, and I was out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was out really until I actually have my little, you want to see my little knee goals
Let's see, bro.
sheet that I have hanging on my bed.
Let's see, bro.
So I always have little things like that. That's my school schedule. I have some other posters of Catalina, Kozakov, Killington. But my little knee thingy here is like, I was like, I'm not even going to re-examine my knee progress until I get 20 PT sessions. And dude, I couldn't even get PT up here in Santa Barbara because my insurance wouldn't cover it. So I did all my own PT. I did everything myself.
Damn, bro.
Um, yeah, my milestones. My first milestone is I'd be able to walk a mile,
Yeah.
and then I had to remove the steri strips from surgery, and then I could have to ride 5 miles on a stationary bike. This was like that took me like probably 3 or 4 weeks to do. And then I had to be able to walk up and down stairs with full
Yeah.
weight bearing, like not using the guardrail. And then I had to wait for my wounds to close so I could ocean dip again. And then I could start lifting weights, and I could push on a skateboard, ride a log surfboard, kind of start lifting heavier. And then I still haven't skated SMR, but I have ridden a shortboard. So I've skated jib. I haven't skated SMR, but I think I could. So that's kind of my
Oh, good.
situation right now with my knee. I think I'll be able to get back to it pretty soon here. I'm
Nice,
confident I
man.
could skate SMR if I was like ripping tepe like that. So I just haven't done it yet.
Dude, that's kind of fucked that you're doing your own PT, bro. Like the healthcare
Yeah, I feel like I've
situation.
always had to do that bullshit. Yeah, it
Yeah,
sucked. Like
yeah, dude.
I went, dude. I was like, it was a fuck. This injury was a journey, bro. Like it could have been a worse injury,
Yeah,
like a meniscus tear. Like it sucks. I could have had an ACL tear though, but what really made this injury so difficult
yeah.
was being in Santa Barbara and not having health care and having to drive 4 hours or like cumulatively 8 hours, 4 hours there, 4 hours back for any kind of appointment that I needed. Um,
That's fucked,
like,
bro.
and having to
Yeah.
wait 3.5 months to get surgery. So,
Shout out Luigi, bro.
yeah, for real, dude.
That's kind of
um,
fucked, man.
but no, like, my family has good healthcare because my mom worked at UCSD. She was like a nurse for a while and stuff like that. My mom's actually the
Nice, man.
fucking goat.
Yeah,
But it just sucked because I couldn't use our awesome healthcare because I wasn't in San Diego. So that made it a little bit
bro,
difficult.
you
I
should
totally
be.
like I went to a PT session up here in Santa Barbara
Yeah,
and like halfway through it, they're like, "Hey, so your insurance isn't actually going to cover this and it's going to be like $1 billion." And I was like,
fuck
"Fuck."
it, bro.
And I
Yeah,
had to leave, bro. And I was loving it because like Kevin
yeah,
Reimer recommended this place and like a bunch of other people did. So I got like
yeah.
half a session and I was just like, I don't know. Then I just went to ChatGPT and YouTube and like did. Honestly, I've gotten good at healing from stuff because I don't know. I've had a lot of injuries over the years. Like I calculated actually a Booga the last 5 years from 2025 to 2020. I have been out on injury for 2.5 of them.
Damn, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it's kind
long
of
time,
brutal.
man.
Yeah, I tore like every ligament in my ankle, and then this knee one has been a bitch. And then my ankle, I got re-injured, so I was just like, ugh. And I had a jaw injury too. I broke my jaw in 2 places. Just like, fuck, dude.
Bro, you've been through
You've
it,
had some
bro.
injuries too, I imagine, right?
Not that bad, bro. But like, I think the worst one I've had is my shoulder. I dislocated my shoulder, and then like it was okay for like a couple of years, and then I dislocated it again, like doing some
Damn.
dumb shit on like stairs, and then it's just kind of been fucked since. But I
Oh,
broke my hand, so it wasn't that bad.
yeah, that's
But
gnarly.
yeah, man. No,
Well, we
but
got new people in the
in
in
the
the thing.
chat, bro.
Let's see. What's everybody saying?
You got Owen Campbell. Shout out Owen. Shout out Rizzo.
Yeah,
Jacob
Owen. Let's
Rizzo.
go. Same with Noah, dude. Noah Shapiro's the boy.
Noah Shapiro.
Thank
What's
you
up?
for the kudos on doing my own PT. I appreciate it.
Who is
Oh
Jacob
my
Rizzo?
gosh.
Is
Jacob Rizzo? I'm not sure. Rizzo.
let me see.
Cool last name though.
Yeah, bro. It
Do you think he
reminded me
rizzes
of
like that? Do you think he's got the Riz?
it's the Rizzler, bro. Got the Rizzler in the chat.
The Rizla.
So
The Rizla.
yeah, man. Mentioning your family, like I watched a documentary, man, which is pretty good.
Oh hell
Um
yeah.
yeah,
Glad you
man.
liked it.
Yeah,
It was
how has your family supported your skating? Like you talked
dude,
about
they
your
have been
mom.
so
Yeah,
supportive. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, anytime I would have road rash, my mom would be the one to fix it. She would just like get like bulk supplies from the hospital of like stuff that like maybe like
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it has like an expiration date or she just grabbed it for me, but like we'd always have like a bunch of gauze and everything like that at home. So she was always very supportive in that end, and they'd always drive me to skate sessions and stuff like that growing up. And
nice. Yeah,
they've only been to a few races, but they've definitely really supported me through it because I mean, it's not a safe sport, and really there isn't a lot of people
yeah,
who have like been able to do it. And like it's funny because at first when I started skating, getting in downhill, like going to downhill disco and going to sessions and stuff like that,
yeah.
like I had a lot of other little Grom friends that I surfed with that were into it,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of all just like fizzled out because like I don't know, like their parents weren't really cool with like them, like I don't know, like going to events and having to be like smoke weed around them or anything like that, and like or like be drunk and shit like that. They just didn't know how good of a community it was.
Yeah,
But my parents were able to actually like see it through and
yeah.
like actually have like faith in me to not be a fucking idiot and like
Yeah, cause that's kind of wild, bro. Like at what age did you do your first like Euro tour?
15.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
fucked, man.
Me and Cole were 15, dude, on our
Yeah,
first freaking Euro
I
tours.
remember that.
Maybe he was 16. I think he was 15 though. Um, we were like fully little kids, you know, like
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know. It's pretty funny to think about that. Our parents gave us a lot of freedom to go do that, you know,
Yeah.
and like that totally, yeah, yep, the AYL tour, fuck all year long, dude. Those guys are dicks. Oh my god, we
What's the
got
story there, bro?
scrounged, bro. We got scrounged. Like I have so much good things to say about like
Yeah.
everybody I've ever done a trip with, but like the organizers of AYL can actually go die in a little hole, dude. They suck. They suck, dude. They suck.
Pierce
They
Darcy.
totally farmed us, bro. It was like it was so expensive to make that happen for us,
Holy shit, man. Yeah.
and they farmed us, bro. Ask anybody on the 2018 Euro Tour, like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
What happened, bro? Drop some lore, man. Drop some. Who was
we just had
Yeah.
the people who were organizing it put
Yeah.
they like threw it together. Like they made it seem like it was gonna be the craziest, sickest thing ever,
I
and it was gonna
remember,
be
bro.
dope. And the concept of it was dope. So basically, what it was
Yeah.
is you paid like a few €1,000 and you got to be in this van. And in the van was like a freaking sick crew. It was like Eduardo, Edo, like Dale,
Yeah.
uh, Cole, Teresa, Sabrina Ambrosi,
Yeah.
um, and like a good amount, Ian Frary, like a lot of other people. And like it looked so sick because it was the van that was gonna be taking you around to a bunch of these events in Europe. And they were like, they promised us 3 meals a day. They promised us like all this stuff. And then we get there and it's like the people who like, it's like one person who's responsible every single day for giving us like one or two people who were responsible, like giving us food every day. And dude, I feel bad for them because there's this guy named Schizo who's like he's actually super gnarly. He's a really cool
Yeah.
guy. And this
Schizo
guy
from
named Ben.
Italy.
Yes, Schizo is fucking sick. And then
Yeah.
this other guy named Ben who like, he was doing all right, but I think he had some other shit going on, so he couldn't really be like as team leader as maybe we wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just kind of a shit show, and like we ended up having to spend a lot of money out of pocket to make things happen, which kind of
Damn,
sucked
bro.
because
Yeah.
Ben paid so much money for like the whole package. So after that, I definitely wanted to do my own Euro tour my own way, and that's
Yeah,
what I'm
bro.
doing that too. So yeah, that was a bit of a shit show, but it was a good trip for us to go on to see how not to do Euro Tour. A lot of times, if you go with
Yeah.
a big two group,
Yeah.
and this trip, my foot got fucking ran over on that hill that you're looking at right there.
What happened,
Like
bro?
literally 9 days into the tour of like a 6 or 7 week tour that we were on, my fucking foot got ran over by a fully loaded minivan because
Damn,
like
bro.
I was sketching on it and I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was paying attention, but the turn was just kind of tight and
Yeah.
I didn't really have it to go. So my foot got ran over. I broke my foot in Romania. Couldn't
Damn.
like most of the whole. I couldn't skate for the whole um, World Cup at Vulcan, or maybe it was a World Qualifying Series.
That's
Because I was
why
I couldn't
uh
skate for all that. So the first time skating after Transalpina, after Straja,
yeah.
was the Vulcan freeride, which was after it. And like I remember like the first day back, I was just going balls to the wall. I, like drank a few beers, took a few Advil, and I could just like handle the pain of like my broken ass fifth metatarsal in my foot. And and I fucking crashed myself out so hard.
I
I
remember that,
crashed
bro.
out in like the super straight going into Pablo's corner. And like I just flew off my board and I like got a bunch of road rash on my hand and hip and like forearm and stuff. And then flew into like a bush of stinging nettle.
Damn, bro.
And it was just
Yeah.
like I just I'd been camping in the rain, hobbling around with one foot. And like the first day of me skating back, I just go get so much fucking road rash, but I didn't hurt my foot again. So I just kept skating with the road rash. And I don't know. It
Yeah.
was really funny. But yeah,
That yeah,
I
that
missed
just
that
sounds
race in the
fucked,
rain.
bro. It just sounds
It was
fucked,
fun.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was we were pretty deep. We were pretty deep in the mud there for a second, which was pretty funny actually. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely made it pretty sick.
Nah,
Yeah, see,
dude,
I
there's
still
still
get that raw run.
yeah, man. I remember the raw run,
I
bro.
was putting pretty hard in the straight in that raw run, which
Yeah.
is pretty funny, but it's okay.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
know who I miss
so
skating with, dude, is Daniel Engel. He was in
yeah,
this video.
he
He was
kinda
like another one of those
disappeared.
good mentors for me, for
Yeah,
sure.
he kinda disappeared off social media for a while, bro. I never
Totally.
see
Yeah,
him.
he's
Yeah.
living. I still call him probably like once a month, and
Yeah.
he's working up at Lake Tahoe. He does a lot of like the ski like operation stuff up there for
Nice.
the mountain. And dude, he just sends me videos of him like hiking Sonora and stuff, and it's like that's so sick. Like
Just living the
he's
dream,
living
bro.
life. He snowboards all winter, skates summer, like lives partially out of his truck, and he just gets like probably like 100, 200 days of snowboarding a year. I don't know, probably like 150. I don't know how many. I'm not a snowboarder, so but he's
Yeah.
very happy, and I think he just doesn't really care about Instagram, which is pretty sick.
Which is very smart, I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah, dude, I spend way too much time just doom scrolling on reels. Oh,
same, bro. I wish I never got
it's
a
brutal.
I got a new phone and that's literally all I do, bro. I wake up, I fucking doom scroll, bro. It's so bad, bro. Anyway, but that's
There's
nice,
some great
man.
ones out
Like,
there. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
so it's really nice. Like your family supported your skating and all that, and like seeing that in the film was actually like really dope, man. Like you have a really
Oh, it's
tight
awesome.
family unit,
Dude,
bro.
I'm so stoked that that film's finally like out there now, and
Yeah,
oh, because we filmed it when I was 18 in 2021, and
yeah,
I think one thing that made me a little bit nervous about the film was like the
yeah,
whole idea because I'd only ever filmed skate videos like for other skaters,
yeah,
and to film this whole edit with like for it not to be for skaters, it's for like the most general people who don't know anything about skateboarding or downhill skateboarding.
yeah.
That was a little bit nerve wracking for me. But I think Donovan did a really good job of like actually
Balancing.
incorporating like a message into it
Yeah,
and making it like applicable to somebody who doesn't actually give a shit about skateboarding. So I was pretty happy about that. And but it still makes me nervous like watching other skaters see it and stuff like that because it's like oh like what do you think I'm a kook like I don't know.
wow. But like it's kind of interesting. Like I can kind of see like the background of it and like how everything kind of came together. Like, did you guys decide to go to like San Francisco or something and then work your way down like impromptu
Yeah,
or some shit like that? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so that's
yeah,
the whole thing. We started in Eureka
yeah,
and we literally skated like every sick road that we could. We filmed it in wintertime, so we couldn't skate some stuff.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, we tried to skate like every sick road that I knew of on the way back down to San Diego. And that road that I skate in the end is fucked, dude. It's like a crazy chunder bomb, and it's really cool.
yeah, bro. We'll talk about it. But like, how did these guys approach you? Like, I think in the film, like your brother knew like the guy or something. But like,
Yeah.
how?
So I knew Donovan. Donovan's the
Yeah,
director producer of it, and I knew him pretty well growing up. He was one of my brother's best friends, and he went to like Northeastern and then like LMU, and he's had like a background in film for a long time. And he
yeah,
started a production company, and basically like we originally started like I saw him like I was getting out of the water surfing one day, and I saw him,
yeah,
and we just started talking like, hey, how's it going? I hadn't seen him in years, and I was like, hey, like he was like, we should film something sometime. I was like, yeah, sure. Like I don't know. Everybody always says that shit, and they
yeah.
would never do it.
And then nothing
It's like
happens.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, like it's making plans when you're drunk. It's like never like does it really gonna happen? You never know.
yeah,
But it actually happened, and we met up later that day, and we planned out something. It was originally this whole movie was originally going to be a like 8-minute mini documentary, and then he just kind of went balls to the wall with it. And I actually got him at like the right time because he had just like dropped out of college to fulfill or to like try and make movies and to try and do film full time
yeah,
because he knew he just wasn't really getting anything out of university anymore. He already kind of knew what he wanted to do, and he didn't really need a degree for that. And I got pretty lucky with the timing of it because then he just immediately started outreaching like crazy to get money for it and stuff like that.
hmm,
And we ended up getting a really cool team together of people. And a lot of the people that we got, like just saw the heart behind the film. They worked on it for free, which was like so sick because that,
yeah,
like, we had like I don't know if you ever seen the movie like Dunkirk, but we have the freaking
yeah.
sound effects team from there, from like
Really?
that movie, which like,
That's
yeah, they
crazy,
won
bro.
so many freaking awards and shit like that. And it sucks that everybody watches it like on their computers and stuff. But when we had the world premiere
Yeah,
in LA, like in an actual movie theater and stuff like that, it was like fucking proper. Like it seemed like a
nice,
real like
man.
cool freaking movie with cool sound effects and I don't know a lot of stuff like that. So
It's pretty dope,
it was
man.
pretty fun.
Like, okay, so I have some questions. Like in some of these
Of course.
clips, you seem like pretty stressed, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it seems like you show up to the spot, then they're like, yeah, okay, now we gotta film, and then you're like, okay, now I gotta deliver. Like, what was that
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
like?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, basically, it was like it was. So, I mean, you go on typically when you go film a raw run,
yeah,
it's like you get like I don't know, you skate it like 3 or 4 times, get your shit locked in, and then you film it and you feel pretty good because you've been skating the road. A lot of these runs we
yeah,
just film first run. Like or like maybe second or something like that, or like
Yeah.
we just start filming immediately, and it takes them a while to get the camera set up all good and get everything sorted out. So it was very much a situation, and dude, and we filmed this whole documentary in like 10 days. So it's like
Okay,
10
crazy.
days of shooting like 12 hours a day
Yeah.
with a camera in your face, like exhausts you. So like I was
Yeah.
so overtired and just like I was pretty dead by the end of it for sure. And I was a little cranky at sometimes in the film.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's good. It kind of makes it a little more honest.
Yeah.
And like it was funny because downhill skateboarders have a certain way of filming things, and then cinematographers have a certain way of filming things.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think the footage from it is definitely good, and it definitely paid off. But it just took a lot of patience for me to to not be skating a run and like just have to film a raw run first try on it. And like that deer raw run, for example, or like the
Yeah.
deer, like I had never been to deer before that.
What?
And
First run.
I had like four, dude. I had like 4 runs to get good at skating deer to like film something good, and like I don't know. I was like, just like
Yeah.
it's pretty hard to get to know a road super well to be an idiot on it in like 4 runs, but
No, man. Seems like a
that
high
was kind of the
stress
situation I was
environment,
dealt.
bro.
Definitely was because I knew it was like we
Yeah.
have this like fucking $100,000 camera here. Like I'm never probably going to be able to film with a camera that's nice again, so I might as well just send it pretty hard. So,
Okay, man.
but it was stressful not having a lot of time to prep for a lot of stuff. But you know what? Like they were doing
It's
their
all
job,
good,
I
bro.
just had to do mine. So I
Was
was pretty stoked.
the reception of the film like? Anything interesting happened since? Was like do you get groupies now? Like,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I've been in a feature
I
film,
won't
you
say
know.
too much on the YouTube live stream, but no, I'm just kidding. No,
What happened? Yeah,
it's definitely been funny. I mean, around college, like nobody really knows. Like they know I'm like a skateboarder, down a skateboarder and stuff like that, but I don't think
yeah,
they understand like the they don't understand the community. Obviously, I mean, how could they? It's so small and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'll be like skating in a class or something, be like someone would be like, "What's the rush, dude?" Or like people say that when like partying or something. It's like ah ha, ha, ha. It's pretty funny. People are always hitting me with that, which is
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Like there's worse things to be made fun of for. Like, oh no, I have a
Nah, that's
skateboarding movie.
sick, man. Yeah,
Like,
that's
all right, I'll
sick,
take it.
man.
You know, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's pretty funny though. But
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Recently, we actually just had like a launch party here. We had one in LA for like the
yeah.
Tubi release to try and get people to like go watch it and stuff like that. Um, we had one in LA and one in Santa Barbara, and the one in Santa Barbara was just like it was sick because like all my friends that I've met, like I'm in a fraternity here and stuff like that. I know that sounds super douchey, but like it's actually just a lot of really cool guys, and it's not really like that. But
Yeah.
I had like a bunch of like my best friends from there in it, and a bunch of people from surf team, and a bunch of people just like that I met over the years all come, and it just felt really special because it was like a lot of people kind of getting to know like that side of me that they kind of maybe haven't
Yeah.
seen in college. So that was really really fun too, and I don't know I don't know. I don't know. You probably haven't heard too much about Santa Barbara. Like this school
Yeah.
is like so awesome. I'll show you my view from my window right
Show us,
now. It's
bro.
like, yeah, here. There's the
Let's
ocean.
see.
This is my view. So this is my house, um, and there's the ocean. And I live in a room
Dude,
with
that's actually so sick.
yeah. I live in a room with 4 people. So I have one. I like my toes literally every night touch this bunk bed that 2 of my friends sleep in, and then my friend's up in a little cubby up in the other corner. But
Damn,
Isla Vista,
bro.
where I live, is like a very little packed place, and it's pretty.
Yeah.
College has been sick. It's been a really like. While I have regrets about not being on the world tour the last few years, like I'm so happy I did this just because it's been like the most amazing thing for meeting people and for like the people skills I've been able to develop and everything like that. It's been really sick. I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah,
you
man.
went to uni too, right? How was your experience with that?
Mine was sick, bro. I mean, I picked up downhill skating, bro, so that was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I learned a
that's pretty
lot,
sick.
man.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
let's
man. Like
go.
I don't regret it. I just wish I took a year off or 2 years off so I could just figure out like what I wanted to do in life, you know. Because this
Yeah,
shit's
no,
expensive.
100%.
But like I don't regret it though. Like
Fucking
it
expensive,
was
dude.
fucking
No,
sick, man.
100%.
But
So
holy
much
shit,
freaking.
man. Do you surf like often, bro? Because like you're right next to the fucking ocean, man. That's nice.
Yeah, I surf pretty much every day.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I kind of surf more than I skate because,
Yeah.
dude, it's hard to get out and skate in Santa Barbara. It's way harder to skate in San Diego, in my opinion. Um, just because I feel like where I am in Santa Barbara, it's like I'm farther north than everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like I still skate with a lot of people here. Like I'm skating with Pat and Robbie and Ty Top like a good amount.
Nice.
Because Tyler actually just moved here, which is pretty sick. And I skated with Owen a lot too and Prenti when they lived here. Um,
You said Isla Vista.
yeah, yep, Isla Vista, dude, it's crazy. It's like so it's actually considered a slum because it has 30,000 people in like
Yeah.
1 square mile. It is the most densely populated area of California. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Damn, bro.
yeah, there's like a crazy housing crisis. It's a crazy little place, dude. It's like Deltopia is just like a crazy party weekend where people take over the streets and stuff. It's like a Mardi Gras of Santa Barbara. It's a really cool little spot.
That's
But
cool, bro.
anyways,
I mean,
yeah,
it seems
that's
nice still though. So
yeah, it is. It's a pretty good spot, but that street view makes it seem a lot more nice than it is. Like the
well,
street I live on is like
yeah.
kind of heinous, dude. It's like I don't know, but
Well, yeah. Let's not
I
dox
love
you,
it though.
bro.
I wouldn't trade it for anything in the whole freaking world. I've
Yeah.
loved it. And I mean, I literally live like 9 minutes away from SMR, which is my favorite road in Santa Barbara. So um,
Let's
that's
see.
pretty freaking sick. Like I get to go
Okay.
rip that whenever I want, basically. And
Is this the
I always
one?
have like friends just drive me from that. And yeah, that's a
That's the
lark.
one. That's the one,
So
right?
sick. Yeah, yes, sir.
Nice,
They
bro.
actually had a dude. So they
Yeah,
had a they had a race there in 2019,
I
and I won
remember,
the
bro.
time trial of it, and I have this thing hanging above my bed
Nice.
now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It
it's pretty
was
sweet.
sick,
So
bro.
if this was real life, I live like right there.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I love it, man. I've being in Santa Barbara's been sick. It's been a pretty good spot for sure.
Well, let's get back to the movie, and then let's
hundred
let's
percent.
wrap that up. Um, yeah, what didn't you like about filming, bro? Like, what are some pet peeves or like some shit you didn't enjoy, bro?
It was hard to have everything be like when we needed to get a shot, we really needed to get it. Like
Yeah,
because our schedule didn't allow for
mistake.
any redundancy in
Yeah,
filming stuff. So we really had one shot to get everything. Like we had one chance. We had one day in every city, and if we didn't get certain things, like if we couldn't afford, we didn't have any chill time that whole, which was really difficult.
mm-hmm.
And also it was hard to have 4 people in the follow car just because that's like a lot of weight. And
Yeah,
like we were filming with a pretty nice BMW, which
but
was sick.
still,
But
yeah,
but like in this deer clip, you plant like dude, like Nikki, the driver, is like one of my
yeah.
best friends. Like I think that's the clip where there was a car, but the car fully like drifts out and like they almost like fucking crash in the bottom left.
That's fucked,
Yeah,
man.
like they fully almost lost it because the car's tires were so bald at that point in the trip, and like the car was so heavy being weighted down by the camera and being weighted down by like the 4 people inside of it that like
Yeah,
it actually really gnarly filming a lot of that shit, dude. And another
yeah,
thing that
bro.
was kind of gnarly about that filming that was just like for example, like that Golden Gate shot
Yeah,
that we filmed was
illegal as
was
hell,
like
bro.
what was that?
Illegal as hell. That's
So
sick.
fucking illegal, dude. I was like so risking like jail time probably for that.
Yeah,
Um and I was just like I understand that I wanted to get a good shot there and we wanted to get a cool shot, but like fuck me, that was
yeah,
so sketchy, dude.
yeah. I bet, man.
Yeah. So but I mean, whatever. Cool shot, right?
You got it,
The
bro.
shot lives on and the story probably won't, whatever.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, man. So was this road at the end like that scary? Was there like some like dramatics, some movie dramatics, movie hype, or was it actually that fucked? Like,
there's some dramatics, but everybody that I've taken to that road never
yeah,
wants to skate it. You know, they're like
yeah,
obviously it has to be like everything's dramatified in a movie sense for sure, but like
yeah,
that road actually is fucked up. Like it is so steep, and they've slowly been repaving it, but like it's like, dude, it's actually like horrible. Like there no one skates that shit. Like it's like it's
yeah.
disgusting.
Just seems
I
survival
did
mode.
skate it again. I did skate it again after.
Yeah,
Um, I skated it again after we filmed that first run there, and they ended up using the first run because it looks like kind of gnarlier and sketchier.
yeah,
Um, but I filmed a second run on it right after that, and I like fucking sent it like way harder, and I don't know, but the concrete sections are really what makes that road so sketch, and like just there's really like one line that you can
Yeah.
take through everything, and yeah, like it is fully like actually really cooked, like the pavement there, like it's like I've skated like Barrett Junction in its worst
Yeah.
years, and
So,
like I'd skate Barrett Junction over this hill like any day of the week, like,
damn, bro.
and it was wet in the bottom section, which
Yeah,
definitely
that
made it a
was
lot
fucked.
earlier because like I couldn't see shit, and like we did it early in the morning, which is nice, but in the run we filmed, there really wasn't as many cars as we thought there was going to be,
Yeah.
but like it was fully cooked. Like if there was car, like the second run I did, I
Yeah.
was rounding, not like it's the little double right after this left, and there
Yeah.
was like two cars, and I was fully like on the outside of it, just like surviving, and it was actually pretty gnarly, just because that road is pretty freaking steep, and yeah, there's a lot of ways you could really hurt yourself on that road for sure.
Damn, man.
See, like the second run I took, like I
Yeah.
nailed that line.
Yeah, but it didn't look that good for the camera, bro. Trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
trying to spook people, yeah, man.
yeah, exactly.
Nice, man.
um, but
Let's
yeah, it was pretty sick. And then this after, like, trying not to sound like an idiot
yeah.
because I'm just like, it's like I was just so delirious by that point in time because I hadn't been sleeping very well. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it was just gnarly,
You need to make a what's the rush too, bro?
dude.
You need that.
That's definitely something that I want to do. I want to do what's the rush? I want to do a world tour.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do like a Drive to Survive kind of thing. I think that would be
Yeah, that
so
would be
sick. Do like
sick.
an episode based thing because I want to
Yeah.
tell more than just my story because like obviously there's way cooler people than me in the scene, so it's like I want to fucking tell their story too if I can, and it's really just finding the money for it. It's
Get
just
the funding,
expensive, you
bro.
know. It's like, but I think that's something I definitely am gonna try and get going
Yeah, man.
for 2026. Hopefully, I want to start working on that now, and this year I need to try and find sponsorship for myself, obviously. So I'm just working on outreach for that. But for 2026, like, dude, I
Yeah.
really, really want to try and get like actual like if we could get the film crew because we had a film crew for this movie.
Yeah.
We had a film crew of I think like 10 people for
Damn, that's a lot of people.
just me.
Yeah.
Um, and that really makes a difference. Like you do need a film crew that big. If we could get a film crew of like 20 people to follow the world tour and
Yeah.
get individual accounts of like everybody, like the top 10 riders or like the top 5 or something like that, like dude, it'd be so sick.
Yeah, it would be
Like
so fucking
it would
sick,
be
bro.
so. I think that would help grow the sport too. You know, like I
Yeah,
want to do
man.
whatever it'll take to make the sport bigger. And I
Yeah,
truly
man.
think like there's all my normal friends from school who meet my skater friends are always like,
Yeah.
he's like the most interesting people ever. So like obviously that I think obviously it'd fucking do good on any
Yeah.
streaming platform. So yeah,
What
that's
do you
pretty sick.
think we need to do to grow like longboarding generally? Um,
Yeah,
in your
it's a hard
opinion.
question
Yeah.
to grow it generally.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I think slide jams need to come back. I think slide jams need to come back, and I think introductory level skateboarding, introductory
Mm-hmm.
level downhill needs to make a comeback. You know, like doing a 180 on a freaking loaded dervish needs to come back. Like that sort of thing where
Yeah.
it's not just like really freaking gnarly, like a billion miles an hour going through hairpins and almost dying kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like while that is good in getting the reach out there, having those like the events,
Mm-hmm.
having the communities around the world that are like just like the ones in San Diego where like they're having sessions all the time. Like that is really what needs to make a comeback. So I think that's probably what like, but to make that happen is really hard. You know, it
That's
takes
true, man.
people really just like you. It takes people like you to make videos and kind of create a little community in places that maybe don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Like honestly, what we need to do
Yeah.
to make the community stronger is literally exactly what you've been doing. If that makes sense. Just pretty
Maybe,
sick. Just
man.
organizing sessions and places and
Yeah.
getting the word out there and trying to get people to do stuff.
Hopefully some we get the ball rolling on that and
Definitely. Yeah.
you know.
And I think like I don't know, I think like large scale film projects like that will definitely help. Like you look at what Drive to Survive did to F1,
Yeah, that shit was
or you look
crazy,
at like
bro.
what Free Solo did. You look at like what Free Solo did for like rock climbing,
Yeah.
and it's like it really just takes one. You know, it really just takes one, and I don't know. I feel like if all the boys start doing it, which it looks like they are, like I think the future for downhill could be really bright. I don't think downhill's best days are behind it at all. You know, I
Me
really
too,
think that,
bro.
like, I really think that it is such a amazing thing for people to get into.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, maybe rock climbing isn't as big as I thought it was from free solo, but as far as awareness goes, at least I feel like everybody knows that. Um,
Yeah, bro. Free
but
solo
yeah,
is
I don't know. I
fucking
just look
crazy,
back
bro.
on the days of like 2014,
Yeah.
like 2010 to 2014. I feel like where like
Yeah.
people were getting crazy sponsors and like the Angie's Curves days where like I feel like people were like
Insane.
there's like what like 10 grand up for first for that event. Like that's pretty fucking sick. Like
Yeah,
people are
you're
getting
right, bro.
paid and
Look,
yeah.
look. This
Oh
is
whoa.
September. Then free solo shit spiked up, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
crazy huge
crazy,
spike
bro.
right there, dude. And
Yeah.
then it took a shit right when COVID started.
Nah, but still, yeah, that's fair though. But still,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man.
I don't know. I think that
Yeah,
it's hard to make change in any community, you know.
that's true, man.
But I think just genuinely being excited about it too helps. And like just teaching your friends obviously helps. Like if everybody starts making small change, like that'll kind of that makes it
Yeah,
happen, you know. So, but it is a hard question. I also do think that like I don't want to say this new generation's like super soft and they won't skate, but I
yeah,
even noticed in other sports, like even in surfing,
yeah,
like I feel like there's less kids surfing now than there was when I was a kid. I just feel like every kid's like on their iPad now stimming, you know. I just like,
dude.
and that makes me sad. That's a general world problem, you know,
Yeah,
in my eyes. Like kids aren't playing outside as much as they used to, maybe,
that's what.
which
That's
which
exactly
makes
the
me really
same
sad.
shit Kevin was telling me, bro. We had a discussion
Really,
about it.
yeah,
Kevin was like, "Yeah, bro, these
yeah,
kids are soft, bro, these days, man."
yeah, yeah, yeah. It sucks, and I don't want to believe that, but like I low
Yeah,
key do be believing that sometimes, but it's okay. There's always gonna be, and no matter
yeah,
what, it's not like the sport's gonna go away, you know. Like no matter what, we're gonna have it, and no matter
yeah.
what, like there will always be a way that it exists, and because people there's too good of a community for it to die ever completely.
I
So
don't think. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever truly go away, man. That
yeah,
being
I
said,
agree.
let's talk a little bit about racing, man. You said you're gonna be racing WDSC this year.
Yeah,
How you
yep.
gonna be preparing for that, man? Are you gonna be hitting the gym more, just skating more?
Just trying to skate as much as I can, but honestly,
Yeah,
just gymming. Yeah, being in the gym, skating as much as I can.
yeah.
Like I just decided that that's going to happen for me this year for 2025, and the first race is in like 2 months for me. The first
Damn.
race I'm going to is Isle of Man, which is in July. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's in 2 months from now. Um, I'm I'm in the gym a lot, and I'm cross training with surfing and prone paddling, and I skate when I can. I'm definitely gonna try and pick that up now that my knee's good.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, honestly, but there's no better teacher than downhill than skating. I've always been a big proponent of that. I know a lot of people like to
Hmm.
spend a bunch of time in the gym and try and get that perfect, but like I think if you're in the gym more days than you're actually skating on your board, you're doing something wrong. So that's always been my mantra.
Yeah.
Um, which sucks because I've been in the gym more than I've been skating. But I think that's
Hey, it
still
happens,
on
bro.
the
It
tail end of
happens.
me doing PT. So just trying to
Yeah.
get my knee right. But yeah, I definitely need to start doing more downhill. I'm gonna go skate today. Actually, I'm gonna go skate SMR today. So I'm gonna
Nice,
make sure
man.
that happens. I wanted to try and
Take.
get some people to go skate it, but
Yeah.
everybody thinks the pavement's too bad, so I can't.
Let's
No,
see,
I'm just kidding.
bro. Call them
But
out,
yeah,
bro. Call them out right now, bro.
definitely be preparing a lot and just trying to be
Yeah.
as healthy as I can and stuff like that. And I will definitely be a lot more prepared
Hmm.
for Utah and El Salvador than I
Nice.
will be for Isle of Man for sure. Because I'm
Yeah.
like basically coming off the couch. Like the first time I'd been in a race or been even trying to go as fast as I possibly can was Tepe. And
Yeah.
like, it's like I don't
Hey,
know.
but
I
you
just feel
ripped,
like
bro. I was
thank you,
sick,
dude.
man.
I was really stoked. I was really stoked that I could still do it, because man, honestly, more than I'd like to admit, throughout this injury,
Hmm.
there was questions of even if like I'd be able to get low and have power from
Yeah.
like a squatty stance ever again. And I
Yeah.
thought I would. And I knew I really did think that I was going to be able to, but there was always a little doubt in my mind about it just because for
Hmm.
so long I created a mental block around being low just because it like my
Was
meniscus keeps getting
scary.
pinched by my bones and it just hurt
Yeah.
so bad. So yeah, I think some people have gotten away with not getting surgery, but I definitely needed it. So because
Hey, we're glad,
now I can
bro.
do it again, so I'm stoked. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
racing this tour is gonna be sick.
We're glad that you finally got that shit sorted, bro. You needed
Thank
it,
you, man.
man.
But 2026 is going to be the main year I'm gearing up for. I'm honestly just viewing 2025 as like,
Yeah.
I'm
Figuring
getting back
shit
on
out.
tour and
Yeah.
I'm gonna see where everything is. And if I do good in a few races, I'd be stoked. Like that,
Yeah.
I would be over the moon if I could do good in a few races this year. So
But
yeah,
are you gonna support like your racing in 2025? You said you're gonna be looking for some sponsors. Are you gonna be like
yeah,
working? Like what's
yeah. I'm
what do
gonna be
you
working.
yeah,
So obviously the tour has some pauses in it. So when I go back to San Diego,
yeah,
I'm moving back to San Diego in August after I do Euro Tour. I'm just gonna be working some odd jobs there, trying to make as much money as I possibly can.
yeah,
I don't even know what jobs yet. I'm gonna try and work that out. I'm gonna network for sure. I have a good network of people down there, so I'm confident I'll be able to find something. But it's hard to find a job when you're leaving so much.
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try and find sponsorship though. I've been putting together a pretty good pitch deck, and I'm
Nice.
literally just about to go buy a. What's good is like I've Loki like my sales background totally
Yeah.
is gonna help me here,
Nice.
just because like the same kind of outreach I've been doing for other companies with like cybersecurity stuff and medical sales stuff. Like I'm just gonna put it in my downhill skateboarding stuff now,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna get LinkedIn Premium like Sales Navigator and
Nice.
start spamming all these marketing directors with freaking messages, dude. I'm gonna try and
Nice,
find some
man.
money. I know there's money out there. I just have to find it. You know that kind of mentality is what I have to do. So it's
Nice.
all right. I'm excited to do it. Hopefully, like I can actually get a cool sponsor. I would, but honestly, like fuck, I'll take anything. Anybody's willing to pay me support this, I'll do it.
Nice, man. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed for you, bro.
Thank
So
you.
let's talk a little bit more about like the intricacies of racing, bro. What are some race strategies that you hate?
The first one that comes to mind is obviously sandbagging. Like
Yeah,
everybody does it,
yeah,
but I hate. And honestly, it is a good strategy, but I'd love to see a race format in races where sandbagging can't exist. Because
yeah.
I feel like I don't know, I've just been passed by too many fat people where they just fucking just like sandbag me and pass me in a straight. It's just like
Yeah.
so annoying. I've also sandbagged people a lot.
Hey,
Um,
you give some, you get some, you know? Yeah.
exactly. But I've always been more of a fan of uh, technical kind of riding because I feel like that brings out the best in people.
hmm
But yeah, like as far as I think I know the video you're going for right now. Are you going to pull up the Kozkov 2018 finals?
No, but should I? 2018.
Oh, because I remember we talked about that one when I talked about it in the course too. It's like
Yeah.
it's just funny thinking about. Uh, that's one thing I feel like with race strategy is
Yeah.
a lot of time is no strategy,
hmm
and it's about rolling with the punches and responding to what's happening in the current environment and just doing everything the best you can and like getting really good at those game time decisions
Yeah.
and knowing what's happening is just like you just have to be able to respond when something's happening and know like kind of where everybody else is, which is what you use your ears for. That's one thing that like was kind of ingrained in me from like Tiago and Max, just riding with them.
Yeah.
I feel like they're very good listeners. Like I don't know if you
Mm,
do that much, but like when you're skating like downhill, you can kind of.
I can't hear shit, bro. Like I remember
Oh, you can.
Tiago Tiago once said like he could hear Bassi's wheels at like a race, I think Kozakov. And I was like, how the
Yeah,
fuck could you hear that shit, bro? There's
and
no way.
you recognize different people
Yeah,
have different sounds too.
yeah.
Like some people like when I'm in someone's draft, I can like I recognize the sound of their draft almost. It's so weird. Like Tiago, for
Yeah,
example, has like a very turbulent draft.
yeah.
Um, like I remember like skating with him in Kozkov 2018. Like my visor wouldn't shake behind anybody else's draft except for Tiago's for some reason, which was weird. But yeah, I don't
Brazilian
know. Is
voodoo,
this the
bro.
2019 final?
I think this is 28. Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh,
I honestly
b-
don't even remember the 2019 final. Bro, I
this is it,
crashed
bro.
myself out in juniors at Kozakov in 2019. Can you believe that?
Happens, bro. Takes you win
That
some, you
was
lose some, bro.
BS, bro. I was so sad, but yeah, wait, I think I was in this one. I think I was in
Yeah, bro.
semifinal A. Yeah. Dude, Verdicchio is probably one of my favorite races that I went to on like all of the tour. I had so much
Really.
freaking fun at that.
What did you like most about it?
The track. I loved the track because I was lighter. I
Uh,
was like 170 pounds for that. I'd
mhm.
cut down from 175 to 170 for that. Um, and honestly, I was still on quays. I was still on like little 75A quays, 74 millimeter quays. And everybody was on these big wheels, and I
Yeah.
could get around the turns so much faster than them just because like just because I was on little wheels, and I feel like I just had pretty good control that event.
Yeah,
And
dude. You dominated it pretty well, bro.
yeah, I was stoked. There was two races where I won juniors and open in Verdicchio and Taipan, and like
Yeah.
that was like my first win at Taipan was like
Yeah, that was
that was the
crazy,
sickest
bro.
feeling. That was the sickest feeling for sure.
That
Because
was
I had a rough trip leading up to that too. I got robbed.
damn. You got robbed,
Yeah, I got
bro?
robbed. I got robbed in the train station in my first Australia trip. I was like 16. I had way too much shit. I was bringing a bunch of wheels for everybody, and like I was just like,
They robbed you, bro, in Australia, bro. They robbed you.
yeah, I got
Fuck,
robbed in the
man.
train station.
Like they just jacked
What?
your shit. They just jacked your shit. Like they just like
Yes,
grabbed it
yeah.
and
They
ran.
stole. They didn't steal any of the wheels. They stole my my bag, my
Yeah.
like my personal item. But dude, luckily, so it was funny. I got robbed. They stole my shit and ran away with it, and I started like screaming like fucking bloody murder, like robbers, like I was making a massive scene in the train station because I was a little
Yeah.
16-year-old. I was all alone,
Yeah.
and I I ended up going to the police station, and my phone was about to die, and I was just calling my dad. I was like crying because I was a little kid, and I was just like, "I'm
Yeah.
fucked,
Scary,
dad! Like
bro.
I'm so
Yeah.
fucked, dude." And the robbers dropped all my bags because they're trying to like. I caused such a fuss that I guess like someone chased them,
Yeah.
or something like that happened, and they had to jump over the fences to get out of the train station in a hurry, and they like just dropped all my shit, and I got all my stuff back, which
Nice,
was
man.
just so lucky. I got so lucky. I don't know. Is
Damn,
this
yeah,
my
bro.
view from finals or no?
It's Harry, bro, but you dropped everybody,
Harry's.
man.
I didn't even need to go that hard after that, but
Yeah, you managed to
I don't
drop
even know where I
everybody, bro.
passed Harry here. Oh yeah, I just passed him there because I don't know why he was drifting that corner, but he was drifting that corner. Um, and then just
Oof.
taken out. That was brutal.
Yeah, it was
Dude, at
pretty
the bottom of
crazy,
that
man.
hill that day, Chase told me, he was like, "Yeah, I was gonna get you," and I was like,
Yeah, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike, bro. You know.
"Yeah, yeah, exactly." I like that. Never heard that before. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Max Verstappen says that shit.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Yeah. What would your fantasy semifinals heat be?
Ooh, fantasy semis.
Yeah.
From people. Okay, let's do people in their prime of all time.
Yeah, bro. You can only pick seven other people. Let's go.
Seven, seven other people.
Yeah, seven people.
So it's
Yeah,
like an eight
including you,
man
bro.
semis.
Yeah, semi one, semi two. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Mm, so I would be in semifinal A,
yeah.
and with me would be Prime Tiago, Prime Kevin, and mm, who's my
Guto,
fourth gonna be in that one? Yeah,
Guto.
yeah, Prime Guto. Yeah, I'm Prime Guto. That would be sick. And then in semifinal B would be Diego, Frenchie, um, Diego, Frenchie.
Harry,
Yeah, Prime Harry. Yeah,
prime Harry. Is it his fucking prime, bro? He was the
he
champ
is in
last
his
year.
prime right now. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Harry right now.
Yeah,
And then who would be the fourth? Oh, and then Chase. Yeah, then
Chase.
Chase. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be fucked,
and it
man.
would be at Brass. It'd be at
Yeah, that
Brass.
would be fucked.
That'd be gnarly. That'd be so
Yeah,
gnarly. Oh,
yeah,
honestly, dude, I don't really like racing Kozakov that much. Kozakov's
yeah,
not my thing. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd rather race so many other roads.
It seems like pretty straight focus, like the straight, like
Yeah, you
yeah,
can do whatever you want in that top section. That top section is like means nothing, which is sad, but okay. I
yeah,
don't know. Maybe be at Vulcan actually instead of Brass. Racing
yeah,
four man at Vulcan's pretty gnarly though. I don't know.
yeah. It's fucked, man.
Like the draft of three people in that top straight would just be like
Forget it, bro.
absolutely
Forget it.
disgusting. It would be so big, and
Forget it.
there'd be so many crashes. Like head to head, there you get sucked into people's drafts. That hill that you're watching right now is so
Yeah.
fun. That's like a
Well,
30%. Like you kick in, and you're going like I'm probably going like 30, 40, probably like 45 there, and it's just like you start sliding, and the road gets exponentially steeper while you're sliding, so you just slide for so long.
yeah, that was
So
crazy. Yeah.
and like you hook up and you're already going that fast again. It's like it's sick.
Yeah, man. What happened? Why don't you guys skate this anymore, bro?
I think it's getting developed.
All right.
I think that there's some properties getting built on it, and it's just kind of cooked to try and skate that if there's like
Props and
houses on
shit.
it because it's too
Yeah.
busy. And yeah, I actually don't know though. I'm out of the loop with all the San Diego roads right now, but I don't think they've been skating it. But dude, San Diego has so many gems as far as roads
Yeah,
go.
man.
Like, there's a lot of roads that we don't even film too that are just so
Pretty
sick.
good.
That are
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. Maybe they've been filmed at some point in history, but I would say San Diego's gems
Yeah.
are in the hiking spots. That's where my favorites are. There is like just our
Nice,
sick
man.
little like 3 hairpin sets that you can hike, and it's like not even
Yeah.
that bad of a walk, and you get to skate a lot of them. So
Nice,
that's
man.
what I like about San Diego. Pretty freaking
Um,
sick.
who's your favorite freerider?
Ooh, favorite freerider. That's a good
Yeah.
question. Probably Byron Essert. Yeah, I think Byron Essert's
That's a
probably my
good
favorite
call.
freerider.
Yeah.
He's really good. I think his switch was just like just freaking amazing to watch. Like, or Patrick Lombardi. He's
Yeah.
really good too.
Yeah. He's fucking
He's really
crazy, bro.
good. But yeah, I think I'd probably go with Byron just because, like, honestly, I feel like watching those people when you're a little grom like makes it
Yeah.
different. You know, like it's like the people you watch when you're getting into skating, like you
Yeah,
feel
of
them
course.
kind of
Yeah, yeah,
differently. You know,
yeah.
like it's weird to think that somebody getting into skating now would maybe even potentially see me that way. Like, because I
Yeah,
don't.
bro.
That's
You're
kind of
my
weird to think about.
you're one of my favorite skaters for a while, bro.
Oh hell yeah!
So
Thank
yeah,
you, dude.
man. One
Appreciate
of
it.
the reasons I bought Runins, bro. I was like,
Really? Let's go.
I gotta
That's
skate like Nick
fire.
Broms, bro.
Fuck yeah. He's really Lorenzo is
Yeah,
really good too.
yeah, man.
Damn, I didn't even actually think about the Euro guys, dude. Jan.
Yeah,
Jan
yeah, as
is
well.
fucking cracked. Same with Albert. Oh, those guys
Yeah,
are really good. I so funny. I was visiting my ex-girlfriend in Barcelona last year, or
yeah,
yeah, last year in 2023, and I got to go skate with like Jan and Albert and Oscar and all the fucking boys out there, and it was like, dude, they're so good. I was on
yeah.
like some old board that one of them had gloves for me and like like half shell, but like, dude, I want to spend a lot more time in Barcelona for sure.
Yeah, man.
They're on a really good path over there right now, and
Yeah,
like
it seems
it's
like
definitely a hot spot.
yeah,
I
seems
think
like
I'll be able to get over there this summer. I want to
yeah.
basically what I want my Euro tour to look like
Mm-hmm.
is we're going to Extreme Sport Vecco in Norway, and then Isle of Man race. So we'll do 2 races, and then I just want to go freeride, and then I want to go freeride the Swiss Alps and do
Nice,
some fast stuff over there, and then either surf in Portugal or Spain or something like that. I'm not totally sure,
nice.
but
Yeah,
something of that
yeah.
sort.
Now Spain will be fucking sick, man. These guys
Yeah,
absolutely shred so hard, bro. But like, yeah,
yeah, they're freaking nuts.
if you're a Grom, like right now, this is who you're looking up to, bro. You're like, oh my god, man, like, how
Hundred
can he
percent,
skate, bro?
100%, dude. Yeah, it's so sick. And
Yeah,
like Cole, dude, Cole especially, he's been
yeah,
killing
Cole
it.
as
Like,
well, bro.
I wonder how many guys Cole has single-handedly gotten into the sport.
So many, bro.
He has such a freaking nuts following right now, and oh, I love
Six,
Cole, dude.
dude,
It was
half a
cool
million,
growing up.
bro.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. Pretty
Yeah,
sick. He's grinded for it though. Like,
yeah,
dude, he's
bro.
been on that for so long. Like, that is some dedication to the reels game, bro. He's. I'm sure he's been learning a lot of shit. Like,
He's been
it's been
grinding,
pretty
bro.
sick.
We had him on the podcast last month.
Oh, you did? Fuck, I
Yeah,
need to go
man.
listen to that. That's
Yeah,
sick.
man. He was sick, man. Learned so much, bro.
Yeah, Cole's a really good kid.
Yeah,
He's got his head screwed on right for sure, which is really fun. And he's got a pro wheel, dude.
yeah,
Pretty sick.
sick too, man.
I want Quay to make me a pro wheel, but I don't know how to.
Do it, bro.
I think once I get a world title, if I get a world title, then
Bro,
I'll talk. I'll be like, hey, let me put my
2026
name on
is
these
your year,
guys.
bro. 2026, Nick Brom's year, bro.
Hopefully, dude. That's what I want. That's what I want more than anything.
Praying for you,
'Cause I know
bro.
if I never really give it like a full year of
Yeah,
like strong as good an effort as I can, like
yeah.
I will regret that for the rest of my life for sure.
Do
More
it,
than I'd
man.
regret probably anything, you know. So
Dude, perfect time to do it as well, man. Like I think
yeah,
this
I
year
think
and
so
next
too,
year gonna be crazy.
dude. WGSC's been cooking up some cool shit, you know.
Yeah,
Like we actually have a full world tour again. Like the
yeah,
IDF days were sick because you'd have like 18 events like all over the world, and
yeah,
like maybe you'd have 5 World Cups and like 8 qualifiers or something like that. So you'd have like 13 races. You don't have to go to everything, but like it's sick that like this year it's like you go to
yeah.
every race if you want to be world champion, you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking rad. I love it.
But speaking of racing, bro, like what do you think holds you back from winning? Not
It's
a
a good question.
yeah.
Hmm. Might sound a little cocky, but in my prime, I don't think anything. Like, like I've won a good amount of races. You know, I
Yeah,
think
yeah, you did,
races,
man. You did.
those races that I won, dude, I was on
Yeah,
a pretty hot streak for a while there.
yeah,
Like, I went into those low key feeling kind of cocky, and
yeah,
like the second I qualified well, I'd be like, okay, like I just have to take this and run with it. Um, but what holds me back is like getting into that headspace. It's hard to get into the
right.
headspace, and it's hard. Like, there's a lot of self doubt. You know, like it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to really believe in yourself to the point where like you can kick off in front for every single heat except for finals, because that's always been kind of what I've liked to do. I
Yeah,
like to lead and just try and gap people, um, but that clearly doesn't work a lot of times now because everybody's actually fast as shit.
yeah.
So I'm excited to get back into the strategy. I think I have a lot to learn strategy wise still,
Mm-hmm.
um, and actually kind of executing on that is going to be really important for me if I want to become
Yeah.
world champion, if I want to do well at any race. So
So do you
because
think like
everybody's really really fast now, you
do you
know.
think the game's changed a little bit, like
Yeah,
strategy
for
wise?
sure.
Yeah,
100%, 100%. Because I think when I was like when I won Taipan and when I won Verdicchio,
yeah,
like other people weren't like threading they weren't like getting the corners as good. But I think
yeah,
everybody's at that level now. I mean, I don't know how far off base I am. I don't know if I'm off base, but
yeah,
that's at least just what I feel like. I feel like I was making it through turns a lot faster than other people at that point in time. But I think everybody's at there now, and to me, honestly, like the way Frenchie skates
yeah,
is like Frenchie in my eyes right now is probably one of the most fast technical skaters in the world. You know, like I mean, he's been qualifying first in like the last several fucking big
yeah.
races and everything like that. So, um, just seeing his kind of corner ability and everything like that is just pretty. It's like oh shit, like they're there now. You know, they're at the everybody's at the limit. You know,
Yeah,
everybody's at the there's limitations of what our gear can do,
yeah.
and there's limitations that we can do.
And
And like
everyone's
I feel like every
pushing.
few
Yeah.
years you get a new piece of equipment that kind of pushes that.
ZM1s, bro.
And
Gotta stop
huh?
riding run ZM1s, bro. You gotta stop riding Ronins, man.
No, these new Ronins are better than anything that Rogue has. I think.
Is the
Um,
best, bro. The new stuff is the best, man.
I
Is
think the new shit's the best, dude. Yeah, I don't think
yeah,
I haven't ridden Rogue, so I can't say for sure, and they
yeah.
haven't ridden these, so they can't say either.
I think Ronins could be. I think you said that was spherical pivot, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I think like if if I don't know if they made like the front like the fucking Rogue geometry. Wait, Rogue ZM1. Like if they gave it like this like fucking
Yeah.
turny ass front and the back like that, I
Hmm.
think like maybe
Well,
fucking
what does the
sick.
back ZM1 look like? It looks different. It's like the
Yeah.
curved thing with the inline axle, right?
Yeah, it's
Do
basically
you know?
what
Do
you
you
have.
understand how the inline axle really works? It's with trailing and something like that, right? I don't get it. I just know
Bro,
that makes me go faster. Honestly, I don't even understand a lot of that shit a lot of times. But
let's read the copy, bro. What are they saying, bro?
yeah, yeah. Let's read the product description.
Well, the rear hanger is designed for stability, grip, and power, utilizing a revolutionary trailing link axle design, bro. I have no idea what it does, but like I
No
think
idea. No
I don't
idea.
know, bro. Like it just
It's hard to put the
yeah,
feelings that we experience on our
yeah,
boards into words with like analytical precision. You know, you really
yeah,
can't a lot of the time.
yeah,
It's kind of just purely an experience thing. Like you just know
yeah,
through a corner if you feel good or if you don't. Like it's really just all about stability when you're on the edge
yeah.
and where the edge is. Those are like the two things. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I've always been able to describe what I feel, but I've never been able to be like because I'm not technical. So like I can understand, I can describe to you how it feels, but like if you're supposed to tell you exactly what like the trailing link axle does, I couldn't tell you, bro. Because
Yeah.
I just be
No.
fucking waffling, bro. Like
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. That's like my favorite thing when anybody tries to say like, dude, these trucks feel so surfy. Like they feel so good. They feel so surfy. Like what
fuck
the
does that
fuck does that even mean? like
exactly,
what?
bro.
Like what? like
It
you're telling
doesn't
me nothing right now.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
I know.
man.
So it's really all just feeling based, but I would like to spend
Yeah,
some time on rogues to try and learn how those work. And
yeah,
um, I don't know,
yeah.
just based on my style of riding, I feel like Ronins are probably the best for me. But
I
I'm
still
sure other
think so.
people,
Yeah, because
yeah, I
like,
think for other people, probably rogues are better for them. Like other people, I
yeah,
tried to give Daniel Minsky my setup once,
yeah.
and he like couldn't ride Ronins. It was like so confusing. I don't know why he couldn't ride them, but I could ride rogues.
Nah,
Like
but
other,
like, cause like I swear rodents have like a different riding style. Cause like
I think so too.
the way you like slide and the way it hooks up isn't like aggressive in the same way that rogues are.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like the way you enter a corner is like way smoother, and also the way it
mhm.
breaks out into the slide. So like if you're
Yeah.
going from
No, 100.
Ronins to
percent
rogues, like I think it's fine. But like if you're coming from rogues to Ronins, like I had issues as well, like starting out. But like the reason, sorry, the reason, like I think with the fucking geometry that the Ronins will be fucking sick is like just that smoothness at like the edge of traction, and then the smoothness into the slide, like it's fucking unmatched from like
Yeah,
everything else that I've tried, bro. So
that's good.
yeah, so like
Fuck
I think what's his name, Max, just needs to fucking make some shit, bro.
yeah. He
Send it
made
to
some
me.
shit, dude, and it's
Yeah,
really good. It's real. Everybody that's ridden him has
yeah,
been really stoked on him. So, also,
nice, bro.
I have till 12:30, so I can talk for like 9 more minutes. But,
We're okay. We'll be wrapping up anyway. So like
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
a couple
No worries.
questions. Yeah, couple more
Yeah,
questions.
no
So
worries. I'm totally good.
if you had to start over, like let's say you're like pretty decent rider, pretty skilled, like you're pretty good, but like what would be
Yeah,
the first thing you would level up if you wanted to be a consistent race winner?
that's a great question. I would say two things.
Yeah.
I would say three things actually. Um, Three things. The first one would
Hmm.
be make sure you're skating every day. Like even if it's just going and doing 5 slides, like literally
Yeah.
I had a rule for myself when I was like skating, like when I was like 15 and 16, like I would do at least 5 or 10 slides every single day, no matter what, even if it was 5 mile an hour slides on like a little bunny hill right by my house. Like just
Yeah.
keeping the board feel in your feet consistent. You have to have that in your brain every single day if you want to be comfortable on your board.
Hmm.
Second thing I would say is start getting a lot more flexible and start being in the gym. Just stretching and doing that stuff will help you be more sustainable with on your body. It'll help you be injured less. It'll help you get more out of your slides. It'll help you just be more comfortable in your board on general.
Yeah.
And then number three thing that I would say is even if you can't get a big name wheel sponsor,
Yeah.
get any sort of wheel sponsor that you can and spend as much time on fresh wheels as you possibly can. Because that's one of the biggest hiccups that the goods and the greats do differently is
Hmm.
the people who are really fucking good at races know how to skate fresh wheels at their limit, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a difference between skating freshies at their limit and skating scrubbies at their limit because it's a totally different fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like even if you're skating like less good wheels, get comfortable on freshies as fast as you can and know exactly how your shit's going to perform when you actually are racing. So I would say those three things will probably help you out a bunch if you're looking to upgrade from like an already good level to like a really considerably fast level. Um, and also learn your setup. This is a fourth thing. Learn your setup. Like stay on the same board for a while
Hmm.
and know how it's going to respond in every single environment, and make sure that like it's actually good. I guess make sure it's actually like a
Fair
good
enough.
board. Make sure you're not
Yeah.
like make sure you don't have crazy understeer or oversteer or anything like that, because when you have like the proper steering on your board, you're gonna just go through a turn way faster.
Okay, well noted. Now we have some blitz questions.
Sweet.
All right. Answer them short as possible, real quick.
Okay.
Favorite
Sick.
road?
Favorite road, Vulcan, Romania.
Nice. Favorite skate videos or skate
Favorite
video?
skate videos. Ooh, that's good. Um, uh, Greener Pastures, the Greener Pastures videos.
Nice. Uh, the
Oh, no,
first
no, no, no. Actually,
season.
Skate Explore, not Greener Pastures, Skate and Explore, Lanyard series.
Fair
Those
enough.
are my
Fair enough.
favorites. Yeah.
Favorite place to visit?
Um, Mexico.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, Mexico. Because they have
Favorite.
everything in Mexico.
Yeah. Favorite skate trip ever?
Australia. Yeah, Australia 2019.
Nice.
That was special.
Favorite beer?
Bush Light.
Bush Light. Let me see. Bush Light. Let me remind myself.
It's the most shitty American beer you can get.
Well noted. Favorite food?
Mangoes.
That's a good one.
Steak. Mangoes or steak? Steak. Probably steak. Let's do steak.
All right.
I'd
Favorite.
rather live without mangoes than steak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Favorite
fair.
what?
That's fair. But favorite skate moment?
Favorite skate moment?
Yeah.
Ooh. Favorite skate moment? That's a good question. Probably. Honestly, probably 2022 at the World Skate Games when I qualified first.
Nice.
Like, because
Yeah.
that was like, I didn't know if I was out of the game at that point. I didn't know if I was still fast.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was the first real race I went to post COVID, kind of. I went to like a little qualifier, but that was the first big international one. And I was pretty fast, like pre COVID. And I was, I think, pretty fast during COVID. So it felt really good to be like top quality there.
Nice.
That was really rewarding. Yeah, I was really stoked on that.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Thank you.
Worst skate moment?
Worst skate moment?
Yeah.
Ooh. Probably hearing about Alison Pastrana's death. Yeah, that was really sad. That was devastating.
Yeah, man. Shit. No, I don't want to end it on that note, but
yeah, we can't end it on that.
Yeah, man. Like, I think for sure we need to do a part 2 once you drop the fucking course.
Yeah, let's definitely do that, and then like let's have a whole, because you have a
Yeah.
good community of people who like
Yeah.
are learning. I'd love to have them, like, maybe even like we drop it and then 2 weeks later we have like kind of a Q&A of what they think about
Yeah.
it or something like that, or
Yeah.
something like that. We can have a part 2. I'm open. I mean, you have my number and we can.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
down
make
to
it
chat
happen,
whenever,
man.
dude. I've had so much fun talking with you today. This has been awesome, actually. I'm stoked.
Likewise,
It's been like the
man.
best start of my day. So much fun reminiscing on everything, and
Yeah.
dude, we gotta get you to some freaking sick international races, bro. Because
bro, it'll happen,
you know
bro.
everybody. You know everybody, but
Yeah.
actually hanging out and skating with them would be such a cool thing. Like
It
we
is.
would all love to. We would all love to have you on a Euro tour or some shit like that eventually. That would be so special.
It'll happen, bro. One day, eventually, man.
Definitely.
It
It'll
has to
happen.
happen, bro.
It'll happen.
Yeah,
maybe we'll have to get you in What's the Rush too, dude. That'd be pretty sick.
I'd love it, man.
That would be
fucking
special,
love that
bro. We
shit,
can go
man.
film some stuff in Kenya, maybe. Oh,
yeah, you'd fucking love
crazy.
it, bro. You'd fucking love
That'd be so
the
sick.
shit we have
That'd
here,
be
man.
Well, fuck yeah, dude. Thank you so much for your time today.
Of course,
I'm
man.
so honored that you shot me a message. You wanted me to be on the podcast. That's really nice of you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being a great guest. And like, I feel like there's so much more we could have talked about, but we'll leave that for the part 2, man.
Let's go. Man. Yeah, my man. You have an awesome day. Cheers.
Right,
thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate you guys.
See ya,
Let's
bro.
go. Later. Bye.
Man, bro. What a great guest, bro. That was fucking sick. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Shout out everybody watching. Shout out the chat. There was a lot more like face-to-face conversation. And there were so many tangents. Like I actually struggled to like get out like the list of stuff that I put down. But yeah, man. Tell me what you really liked about the podcast in the comments if you can. So I can also learn what you guys enjoy. Did you like Nick's anecdotes about like things he's done, places he's been, etc.? Or do you like some of the structured format a bit more so that like questions are consistent between like previous guests and stuff like that, and we can kind of like build a profile that way? Let me know in the comments. I will be not in the chat, in the comments, or DM me or whatever. And yeah, thanks for watching. Shout out Jeremy B. Logbill for gaslighting Paul Thomas about the 60 mile per hour Texas hills. Texas, maybe, bro. But yeah, man, thanks everyone for watching. And I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Remember, like, subscribe, all that shit. And yeah.